One thing I can tell you, sitting out here in the Oak Ridge crowd, it is loud. I mean, there's a lot of fans here, and they all have a bunch of noisemakers.
Yeah, David, you usually hear this at the home games and hear how packed it is at Oak Ridge High School home games, the Shakers and everything. It's really intense being out here in the crowd tonight so far.
And the Wildcats are on the field here at Bill Horton Field, West High School. The Wildcats wearing their all-white jerseys with cardinal pants. The Raiders, the Rebels, about to come out, and one thing that's going to be tough for us, and you've got the binoculars, I looked at their numbers are almost impossible to read. They are almost impossible to read.
Yeah, David, and that's actually something that's going to be coming down, change in the future for the all teams across the state. They're going to give them a couple years to get changed to that, but the numbers have to be very distinguishable from the actual color of the jersey. So that's going to be something that's coming in the future, but obviously we'll be able to tell our players pretty well.
Let's jump Mike in here and see if he has any words of wisdom before we start the ball game.
Well, David, just like you said, I think we're going to pass a lot more tonight than we have in nights past. I was talking to Keith Hyatt before the game, and he's the videographer for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. We're going to be mixing it up, doing different things. You're going to see more of those wheel routes tonight. You're going to see Brandon Hayward into the offense more than we have, I think, in weeks before. And hopefully the line, it's patchwork. We got 3 linemen out, but they patched some good people in there, and I think we're going to do a good job up front. We're going to have to hold them out long enough to give Mitchell Gibbons time to throw the ball. And defensively, I hope we just play as well as we did against Ray County last week, and we stand a good chance in this football game, David.
I agree with that. As the West High Rebels are about to run through their sign, this is the best team we played during the regular season. This might be the best team we play in the postseason. This is the number 1 team in the state. They are there for a reason. They are talented on both sides of the ball. They've got a stable of running backs. They've got 4 really talented running backs that could start for any school in the state.
Yeah, David, really talented. And, Oak Ridge for a while was the team that held West to the lowest amount of points in the regular season up until they eventually lost, I think, to Catholic. So Oak Ridge has the ability to compete with them. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of effort defensive line-wise, but defense really was the good thing that came out of the regular season game for the Wildcats earlier.
Captains are about to go out to the center of the field. Unless I missed that, we've had so many different issues happening up here. I'm not sure, honestly, if they've had the toss of the coin. James says no. Our camera personnel tonight, we have Kaiser Schwartz. They have had the captains, and they're about to drop back to receive the kick. We have Tyler Morris, I know that, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Matthew Charles, and Jordan Osborne. My name is David Clary, along with James Branson and Brian Bennett back at the station. The Wildcats will be receiving the kick, and we're about to get underway here.
Yeah, David, about to get underway, and I just want to give a quick shout-out to my wife, Ashley, and Emmett and Avery, my 2 kids at home. They're listening to us tonight.
Wildcats will be going from left to right here. Jabryce Taylor is standing back at the 5-yard line. The kicker, I cannot see his number at all, and they're kicking from right to left. He's not a big guy. I have their starters here, so I'll just assume that their kicker is Tyron, and here it is. Here's the kick. It's going to be returnable by Jabryce at the 1, to the 5, at the 10, to the 15. Boom! Down he goes right at the 16-yard line. One of the shortest returns Jabryce has had all year, and here come the Oak Ridge Wildcats. The offense is on the field. Expect some different changes in the offense here tonight. They have been working hard. They've been working hard all week to work on their passing game, and they're going to come out immediately and see what they can do. They're going to come out with 5 receivers, including Kendall Jackson, Brandon Hayward. The Wildcats will have Oak Ridge's Jabryce Taylor, Jonathan Stewart. The Wildcats will have 1 lone running back, 1 lone person in the backfield. That is the quarterback. That is Mitchell Gibbons. They show blitz, 5 receivers in the pattern. Good snap, quick pass. It's caught. No, it's dropped. In and out of the hands of Preston Turner. He was wide open. That was going to be a gain of about 10 right there, and Preston just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, David, it was a nice little play there that the Wildcats had set up for Preston Turner. The giveaway here is that West doesn't really have an outside linebacker because they have them walked up on the line of scrimmage. So they're giving up those little inside throws to the middle.
Wildcats 2 receivers split to the left. Once again, 3 to the right. Kendall Jackson as a receiver. Mitchell Gibbons is the quarterback for the Wildcats. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Mitchell, and they back up just a little bit. Fielding pressure, fires the pass. It's going to be incomplete. Wildcats have thrown 2 passes and 2 drops. Brandon Hayward was the intended receiver on that one. Now the Wildcats are at 3rd and 10, so they're in a tough little situation. First one should have been caught. That one should have been caught as well. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, David, as it was led up the field a little bit toward the safety there, so not exactly on the target where you want it to be for the Wildcats, but that's been there in those 2 plays, and the Wildcats can pick up easy yardage here if they can get a short completion.
Kendall Jackson splits out to the far right along with Jonathan Stewart, something West I'm sure has not seen on film yet. Kendall has not split out all season long. Wildcats have 3 receivers this time to the left. Mitchell at quarterback, straight drop, lots of pressure, looks, goes across the way. Jonathan Stewart, he's got it at the 50-yard line. That's a 10-bank of Oak Ridge first down. The Wildcats complete the pass. The ball came bouncing out of there late. A beautifully thrown pass by Mitchell Gibbons and a nice catch by Jonathan Stewart. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Really nice job there by Jonathan Stewart, just on a post route, getting open and using his inside leverage to beat his corner there. Nice throw by Mitchell Gibbons, but even better by the offensive line, picking that up, and Mitchell Gibbons stepping up into the pocket to allow him to get a little bit more distance on that throw.
The ball will be at the 48-yard line of the West High Rebels. Once again, 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. The Wildcats, it'll be first down, 10 yards to go in West territory at the 48-yard line. Senior quarterback Mitchell Gibbons. Once again, high snap, pressured, fires a pass complete. Preston Turner hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, might have gained about 2. Paid for it dearly with a hard hit by West.
Yeah, that would be Isaac Bolenber on the tackle there, the outside linebacker for the West Rebels, as it looked like the very similar play that the Wildcats ran on the first down there, able to complete it to Preston Turner there. The Wildcats really, they're going to this 5-wide set to kind of what I would say unload the box, to get linebackers out of the box and force West to cover the Wildcats in space, which they haven't done very well so far.
It'll be second down. We'll call it 8 yards to go. 10:37 to play. We're in the first quarter, just underway here from West High School. Quarterback Mitchell Gibbons sends Kendall in motion, and Kendall's going to get the hand. No, Mitchell's going to run it himself. Mitchell moves the ball to around the 41-yard line. It'll be shy of a first down, but very, very close. It'll be 3rd down and short facing the Wildcats.
Yeah, David, it was a really nice job there, and Wildcats being creative with their offense, faking it to Kendall or trying to get it to other people in different directions or different ways. Little zone read there by Mitchell, and that's really what helped other teams like Catholic have a lot of success against West.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Once again, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wildcats look over to the sideline. Look at Jonathan Kendall. Over for the play. Once again, here come the Wildcats. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. The ball's at the 42-yard line. 4-man front for the West High Rebels. Mitchell, quick snap. He's going to run it himself. He's going to go down. Just barely got dropped at the 45-yard line, and the punt team will come onto the fields. Wildcats had the ball for a little bit, just could not get that next first down, but they'll back up the West High Rebels.
Yeah, David, and that looked like it was almost a design draw there for Mitchell, because he was selling the pass, and I think he just came up maybe just a hair too early, because all of those defensive line were rushing hard outside against the Wildcats.
Let's see what the Wildcats do. Jacob Burvin along with Preston Turner, the punters. Snap is high. Preston will punt it, and he doesn't hit it well. It's very short. Not a good punt at all. It's going to bounce, and it's going to go rolling inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Preston just didn't get a good punt off.
Yeah, not a great punt there for Preston, as I think he was kind of had a little bit of a bobble maybe there to start. But Wildcat defense is going to be inside the 25-yard line, forcing West on basically a 76-yard field to drive. Wildcat defense played really well in the regular season. Nice to see what they do here.
I can smell something burning. Hopefully it's not our equipment here. As the West High Rebels come to the line, Dance is the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to the back, and he is hit and dropped by Jacob Burvin, driven back. Nice play by the Wildcats. The whistle finally blows. He kept going backwards, and Burvin makes the stop. We're down to 8 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. We have a scoreless ball game.
Yeah, David, and that was just a little bit of an outside run there as West was trying to get the ball right off their right tackle toward their sideline, and the Wildcats have really shut that down, and it's going to be hard to get outside on the Wildcats because they pursue very, very well.
Up to the line they'll come. They'll split out a single receiver here to the left. Single coverage on him by Preston Turner. Second down, we'll call it 9 yards to go. Dance is going to hand it off again. This time, nothing. The Wildcats drop him again. Jaden Elam and a host of Wildcats hit him at the line.
Mattress there with the handoff again, and one thing that West is going to continually try to do is they're going to go outside, and then at some point they're going to try to run some type of motion or something like that and hand it off the middle and break off a big pass. But third down and long, third and about 12 here for the Wildcat defense.
3 receivers split to the left side. Dance at quarterback, 1 lone running back. 1 man split to the right, 4-man front for the Wildcats. Dance to pass, pressured, lots of trouble. He is sacked! Jacob Bourbon drops him to the turf at the 13-yard line. It'll be 4th down, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, David, Dan's not able to twirl out of that rush there by the Wildcats, and it's a really nice job putting a lot of pressure on him. What West does really well is they run the ball. So if you can force third down and longs, that gets West out of position and not doing what they want to do.
They'll be punting from the goal line here. It is 4th down, very long, low snap. Punt is away, wobbly end over end kick. Takes a bounce, fielded by Oak Ridge, and tackle is made right at the 47-yard line of West, and that's where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. Last week we had no field position down in Ray County. The Wildcats starting this game with good field position.
Yeah, David, already in West territory, and some coaches may not like the fact that Preston Turner picked up that punt right there on the bounce, but Preston trying to save a little bit of yardage there for his offense and not getting backed up on the other side of the 50. So a little bit of a smart move there if you can field it correctly.
Preston Turner in the ball game now comes out of the game. The Wildcats have Kendall Jackson, Jonathan Stewart as receivers to the right. The Wildcats once again with 3 receivers to the left. And you're right, they were having to change their entire defensive setup because of the Wildcats formation here. High pass, quick pass. Kendall Jackson makes the catch. Moves the ball to the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. Kendall Jackson on the reception. His first catch of the year. And it goes for a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down.
Yeah, David is number 9 on the stop there for West, as that is Cooper Scheimlock. Kendall Jackson, nice little reception, something that West hasn't seen on tape yet, and the Wildcats coming out showing something different. You're going to have to change something up once you play a team a second time.
6 minutes, 40 seconds to play first quarter, no score. Jalen Hayward split to the left along with his younger brother, Brandon Hayward. The Wildcats still have yet to run the football. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. Kendall comes in motion, and this time Kendall does get the handoff. Kendall moves the ball up the field, picks up good yardage all the way down to the West 25-yard line. The Wildcats confusing the West High Rebels here in the early going.
Yeah, David, and especially with Mitchell Gibbons. Mitchell being a threat to run and showing that so far in the game. Basically, on the previous drive, they faked it to Kendall and ran it with Mitchell. On this drive, they do the opposite. They fake it with Mitchell, basically, and hand it off to Kendall going up the field. Made a really nice cut and got about 9 yards to put up a second one, basically.
Second down, 1 yard to go, as we said. The Wildcats and West High Rebels, the winner plays in the semifinals of the state against either Central or South Doyle. Second down, 1 yard to go. The ball is resting right at the 25-yard line. Mitchell Gibbons, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right, including a slot man. Pressured, Mitchell's going to run. He is going to be sacked. Got to make a quicker decision that time. Had no place to go, and he'll lose about 5.
Yeah, David, as it looked like that Mitchell was looking off to his right there to get the ball out. And one thing that West does, West basically runs a 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers, and they blitz their linebackers often. So if Oak Ridge can find that area where they're trying to blitz a linebacker, that's going to be the weak zone in West's defense.
5 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Wildcats, it'll be third down and about 7 yards to go. Once again, 3 receivers split to the right. Wildcats, Mitchell Gibbons. They show blitz once again. Here comes the Wildcat in motion. It'll be Mitchell a pass. Pass is going to be caught. Needs a block. Turns the ball up the field. Moves the ball to the 20. Brandon Hayward moves the ball for a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. Brandon Hayward, the freshman on the reception. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Yeah, David, you know, Oak Ridge, we were saying last week they probably need to switch it up and become a little bit more creative. And, man, they proved us wrong tonight, as they definitely are more creative. Kendall Jackson goes in motion. Obviously, everybody's going to think Kendall's getting the ball or Mitchell's running it. They toss it out to Brandon, who just ran a little hitch route, got upfield really quickly.
4 minutes, 25 seconds to play. First quarter, no score. Ball is sitting at the 21-yard line of West. The Wildcats moving left to right. Mitchell to pass across the way, batted down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, David, as that was probably going to be a touchdown to Jonathan Stewart there, as you said, it got batted down, as there was a gap right in between the linebackers where Jonathan Stewart was running a slant. He had beaten his outside linebacker, and there was a gap right in the middle of the inside linebackers. He would have scored.
Second down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the West 21-yard line. The Wildcats' second possession have dominated the time for sure here in the first quarter as we're down to 4:13 to play here in the quarter. As I said, scoreless ball game. Wildcats have the ball right at the 21-yard line. Now they have a running back in the backfield for the first time tonight. And Kendall is going to get the call, and he's going to go down right at the line. Had trouble with his footing the ball game previous, and I don't know, I don't know if he was hit or he just went down quickly at the line. It's going to be third and long.
I think he slipped there trying to make a cut, David, but you're absolutely right about the time of possession. The Wildcats have basically limited West's offense to 3 plays. Other than that, the Wildcats have held the ball for roughly about 8 minutes here and kept moving the ball and gotten their defense a good rest.
3:45 to play. It'll be third down. Facing the Wildcats, third down, 9 yards to go. Once again, the Wildcats are going to throw it, batted down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be caught on a deflection by Ethan Hewitt, but it's going to be fourth down, and the Wildcats will have it fourth down and about we'll call it 10 yards to go.
Yeah, David, the deflection there was a little RPO action where run pass option. Basically, you can give it to Kendall if there's a hole there or if somebody commits. And obviously nobody committed, and it was wide open again on the slant route. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Wildcats come back and try to hit another slant route across the middle.
Efren Rodriguez is going to attempt a field goal. It'll be it's going to be a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. 2:57 to play. Fourth down, we'll call it 9 yards to go. The holder is Hayden Tarwater. Kai Hirsch, the long snapper, and play is halted. And there was movement perhaps, and it's going to be Oak Ridge calling a timeout, and Coach Gaddis is not happy. Why don't we take it with him? We'll be back to West High School in 60 seconds. Efren Rodriguez to attempt the field goal. It'll be a 40-yarder from the left hash. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's on its way. Hits it well. It's on its way. It is up, and it is good! Efren Rodriguez with a 40-yard field goal, and Oak Ridge leads 3-0.
Yeah.
Back to receive the kick, and Tyler's going to pop it up. High kick. Fair catch is made at the 30-yard line, and that is where the West High Rebels will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. The Oak Ridge defense held them the first series. In fact, the Wildcats got a couple sacks, a couple of one non-yardage play, and let's see what they can do here. The Wildcat defense has been stout all season long. This is a really, really good West team. They are the number 1 team in the state. They have a great offense. They have a great defense. Let's see what they do against the Wildcat defense. Here they come to the line. We've got Morgan, we've got Boone on the line. Wildcats have on the ends Kai Hirsch and Jackson Adams. Wildcat linebacker Jacob Bourbon sneaks up to the line. The Wildcats switching positions on the line. They've got 2 receivers to the left. Man comes in motion. He gets the call, and he is going to try to get up the field. He is going to go down because Kai Hirsch drops him to the turf, and it's a loss on the play.
Yeah, as West over there was coming out with Perry, number 10, who was came in motion basically from his slot position to get the handoff there, just not able to get outside. And credit Kai Hirsch, he set the edge there, didn't let anybody get outside of him, kept contained, and allowed everybody else to flow to him, all the linebackers, and to stop him for a 1-yard loss.
3-0 Oak Ridge in the lead, 2:13 to play first quarter. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right, 1 lone running back. Slot man comes in motion. Dance is the quarterback. Dance will pass, batted down at the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats knock that pass down. Jackson Adams drops it to the turf. It's going to be third down, 11 yards to go.
Yeah, David, and that's one of the things that we started to see toward the end of last week in the second half. The Wildcats getting their hands up on passes and batting things down. Jackson Adams using his length there. A little bit of a different number for Jackson again this week, as you will see him tonight. He is number 55 on the field.
3-0 our score. Third down, 11 yards to go. The ball is at the 29-yard line of West. Dance at quarterback. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass. Pressured. A lot of time. Fires it. Passes there. Passes incomplete. Guess who's going to have to punt? The West High Rebels will be faced with 4th down and 11. And here comes the punt team. into the ball game, and the Wildcats are going to get the ball back.
Yeah, David, the Wildcats get the ball back, and count them, six downs and 6 plays that the West Rebels have had to run basically in the first quarter here. The Wildcat defense stepping up, doing their job. The Wildcat offense moving the football, getting in good field position. Hopefully we get another good return here by Preston Turner.
Minute 55 to play. Got to watch a fake too. I doubt they do it this deep, as good as they are on offense. But they got to get some momentum going. Here's a wobbly kick. Preston fields it and returns it. Preston, boom, he's blasted again at the 49-yard line. It'll be Oak Ridge first down, 10 yards to go. Once again, good field position for the Wildcats. They'll start this drive at their own, looks like 47-yard line. That is where they spotted the 46. That's a terrible spot. The one guy tried to spot it back, and now he's being corrected by the rest of the officials. That was an absolute terrible spot.
Terrible spot there, but he corrected his mistake because Preston came running up and was like a shot out of a gun there and nearly got past midfield.
Ball is officially at the 48-yard line of Oak Ridge. The Wildcats once again facing a 4-man front. They back up everyone in the secondary. No running back behind with Mitchell Gibbons. First and 10. Quick pass, Kendall Jackson makes the catch. Kendall at the 50. Kendall driven out of bounds hard, hit out of bounds hard, and it'll be for the Wildcats moving the ball for a gain of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go.
Yeah, David, and Kendall Jackson just running a little hitch route there, and the outside linebacker came on a blitz. That leaves it wide open for Kendall. Mitchell able to complete it. Nice catch there by Kendall, able to get 2 yards out of it.
3 receivers split to the left side. The Wildcats have Jonathan Stewart and Kendall Jackson. Split to the right, Mitchell Gibbons. And the Wildcats, Oak Ridge has only had 2 running plays so far. Second down, 8 yards to go. Mitchell back to pass, pressured. He's going to run it. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 50. Cuts to the outside 45. Lowers his shoulder. Moves the ball to around the 43-yard line, where it'll be for the Wildcats. Third down and about 2.
Really nice job there by Mitchell as he was able to get out of the first tackle, elude a West Rebel inside linebacker, and able to get up and get the Wildcats in a short, looks like a 3rd and 2 here, as basically that's what has killed West in their losses is mobile quarterbacks, and Mitchell deceptively mobile for the Wildcats.
Minute to play, third quarter, 3-0 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats need 2 for a first down to continue the drive. Ball is at the 44-yard line of West. Mitchell Gibbons, 3 receivers to the right. Kendall Jackson gets the handoff. Kendall Jackson, 40. Kendall Jackson, 35, 30. Kendall Jackson, first and 10. A 10-bank of Oak Ridge first down. Beautiful play for the Wildcats, first and 10 Wildcats.
Really nice job there by the Wildcats. They're mixing it up, mixing their passing up. Going outside with their passing, coming across the middle with their passing. Mitchell using his legs, and then obviously using Kendall getting outside. Kendall using his speed once he gets outside, able to get up for a nice first down. One thing that's positive here for the Wildcats, in addition, no penalties yet for the Wildcats, using really smart.
Hopefully these officials will just let them play as the ball is at the 30-yard line. 17 seconds to play. Play clock is down to 6. First down, 10 yards to go. Mitchell will run it again. Mitchell's got good yardage. 25. Cuts to the outside 20. Mitchell Gibbons 15. Another 10-bank of Oak Ridge. First down. Mitchell Gibbons carries the ball. First and 10 Wildcats. 3.6 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, David, and I would dare to say that was a quarterback draw for Mitchell Gibbons. Most people don't know how fast Mitchell is. We saw it last year at the Mount Juliet game. We've seen it various times when he's had to, earlier against Dobbins Bennett. Really nice job there, but even better by Jonathan Stewart, not getting a block in the back, knowing his man was already blocked, and basically just standing there, and the guy had to go around him, which allowed Mitchell to get the first down.
3.6 seconds to play. The ball is at the 15-yard line. Wildcats need to punch it in for a touchdown here. At the 15-yard line, Gibbons once again, 3 receivers to his left. High snap, pressured, fires, wide open, passes, caught! Oh, it's incomplete. It was almost caught there, and that would have been 6. He floated it up there a little bit too much here. I thought it could be picked off, and then it was almost caught. It'll be second down, and that's the final play of the first quarter. 1 quarter of football in the books. The Oak Ridge crowd on their feet here. It's 3-0 Oak Ridge, back in 60 seconds. Wildcats have it, second down, 10 yards to go. The ball just across the West 15-yard line. 3 receivers split to the left for the Wildcats. Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback. 2 receivers split to the right. Man comes in motion. Mitchell's going to pass. Fires a quick pass. It's caught. Preston Turner out of bounds at around the 9-yard line. And officially right there, it'll be third down facing the Wildcats.
Yeah, David, the Wildcats using a little bit of a motion there as Preston Turner. A little short motion as he came toward Mitchell. Just ran a straight up and out, a little 5-yard out. Easy to pick up about 6 on that, actually, as the Wildcats are going to be about 3rd and 4 inside the 10-yard line.
I just want to talk about how good the defense has played. I mean, they have only had 3 plays, 6 total plays in the ballgame, and 2 punts. And the Wildcat offense, the passing offense, Oak Ridge just totally confusing West. They didn't expect to see Oak Ridge come out as a timeout is asked for. 11:55 to play. We're in the second quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll send it back to Brian. We're on prepradio.com. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, and we'll be back to West in 30 seconds. Wildcats big play right here. The Wildcats can't settle for field goals against good teams. They got to punch it in here. It's third down, about 4 yards to go. The ball is at the 9-yard line, closer to the 8 really, and the Wildcats need a touchdown.
Yeah, we've shown them a lot of different looks, so you'd like to see maybe a little bit something different here as we come out as 5 wide receivers once again.
Once again, 3 to the left side, Jabryce Taylor, Brandon Hayward, Cole Adams, 2 receivers to the right, Mitchell at quarterback. Has time, fires it, end zone, there's a man, touchdown Oak Ridge! Oak Ridge! Cole Adams in the end zone. It's 9-0 Wildcats. 11:49 to play here in the first half.
Really nice job there by Mitchell. Really nice job by Cole as well. Cole was the 3rd inside receiver, and Cole ran a little corner route. Basically, he just ran upfield and straight to the corner of the end zone where the pylon is there. All Mitchell had to do was step up and lob it. Great job by Mitchell standing in the pocket and delivering a catchable pass. Great catch by Cole Adams.
46 career touchdown pass from Mitchell Gibbons. Here's the kick. It's on its way. Efren Rodriguez splits the uprights, and it's 10-0 Oak Ridge. 11 minutes, 49 seconds to play in the second quarter, and we'll be back with Tyler Dunham's kickoff in 60 seconds. We'll go back to West High School. Tyler Dunham to kick off once again. 10-0 Oak Ridge High. Pop-up kick. Fair catch signal for and made at the 25-yard line. Tyler Dunham. Beautiful kick. High kick. They cannot do anything but call a fair catch on it.
Yeah, David, you're absolutely right. And Tyler looks like he's doing a lot better job this week than he did last week. So it's good to see the improvement from there. And a lot of teams have decided not to fair catch that against the Wildcats, and West doing a really good job of that tonight because the Wildcat coverage team is really good, as the West seems like they're going to come out on their 25-yard line.
Dance at quarterback, first down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback rolling, looks, dumps it out of the backfield, complete at the 30. Wildcats going to make the stop right at around the 35-yard line. Cole Adams, Jaden Elam around the play along with Matthew Swigert and Kai Hirsch. It's short of a first down. It'll be second down. We'll call it 1 yard to go for a first.
Yeah, David, that's their slot/tight end that they like to use, number 6, Eggleston, as they just kind of get him out on a quick out route there. Dance able to twirl out into the flat there and pass it to him and pick up about 9 yards.
11:19 to play first half, 10-0 Oak Ridge over the West High Rebels. Receivers left and right. Dance to pass. Pass is going to be caught, and they hit him, and they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Matthew Swigert and company. It'll be third down. 2 yards to go. West Hill yet to pick up a first down in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's a really nice coverage there by Matthew Swigert, as it was just a little short completion. Matthew comes up, and actually I think he lost a yard there. The West receiver did, number 1, Blair. I think he lost a yard by Matthew Swigert.
11:07 to play. Third down. We'll call it 2 yards to go. 2 receivers split to the right. They've got a slot man as well. Single man far to the left. 10-0 Wildcats. Third down and 2. Dance hands it to the back. Boom! He's knocked down and just barely.
I don't think
Where they spot it, he could be short. He needed to get up to the 35-yard line, and where they look at it, I think it might be a half an inch short. Official looks at it, and let's see if they bring the chains on. They are going to call a timeout to bring the chains onto the field. 10:55 to play. The Oak Ridge defense looking good. The Oak Ridge offense, new look offense, no running plays with the exception of a couple by Mitchell and one for a long game by Kendall Jackson.
Yeah, they've kind of run a little bit of fly there with Kendall Jackson a couple times as we have the stretch of the chains, and it looks like by the nose of the football, it's going to be a first down. I don't know about that spot. It's a little bit of a controversial spot as I was looking at it, just because it looked like he got tackled to me at about the 34.5, but, they gave him the 35, which obviously let him pick up first down. West's first down, their first down in this game comes in the second quarter for a high-powered offense.
10 minutes, 53 seconds and counting. 10-0, and the Wildcats in the lead. The ball at the West 35-yard line. They're moving left to right. Mattress in the backfield. Dance is the quarterback. 2 receivers to the right. First down, 10 yards to go. Dance to pass all day. Cross the way, pass is caught. The Wildcats make the stop at the 49-yard line. Jonathan Stewart there on the stop. He moves the ball into Wildcat territory, 1st and 10. Nice pass that time.
It was a nice pass by Dance to Perry across the middle. Perry just ran a little, what looked like a dig route, basically just straight up the field and in. The Wildcat defensive line not able to get to Dance in time. And second first down for the West Rebels here as they cross half field.
J.K. Morgan, Isaiah Boone, the tackles, Kai Hirsch in the ballgame along with Jackson Adams. First down, 10 yards to go in Wildcat territory at the 49-yard line. Once again, man Cubs in motion, Dance in the shotgun, 10 minutes to play, 10-0 Oak Ridge. Handoff running back, trying to get wide. He is going to be hit once, going backwards. He is going to try to hit the corner. The Wildcats hem him in, and they drop him at the 50-yard line. A lot of running. And he lost about 2 yards.
Yeah, David, a lot of running to lose about 2 yards. Mattress, I believe, on that play ran about 100 yards, legitimately 100 yards. He came all the way across the field, got to our numbers, then went back about 15 yards, and then all the way to the west sideline. A lot of running there for no gain and even a loss. As the Wildcat defense, great pursuit, great speed.
They're going to put him down at the 49-yard line of West, so it's second down, 12 yards to go. 9:49 to play. We're in the second quarter, 10-0 Wildcats. Once again, Dance at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to pass. Pressured. Lots of treasure. He is sacked, baby! Eating turf at West High School. The Wildcats come in strong with Kai Hirsch coming off his best game as a Wildcat. It is a huge loss. Back to the 44-yard line.
Great job there by Kai Hirsch in the defense, and great job by the coverage in the back end by the Wildcat secondary, Matthew Swigert, who had a go route coverage, and the 2 safeties, Jonathan Stewart and Cole Adams. Got to get a stop here on third and what looks to be about 18.
The ball is at the 44-yard line. They're moving left to right here. Back to pass. Dance. Pressured. Looks. Fires. Pass is going to be incomplete. Incomplete. 4th down. They'll be forced to punt. The Oak Ridge defense holds once again, and the punt team will come on for the West High Rebels.
Really nice job there by the Oak Ridge defense. Great job by the back end, the secondary once again. And I'm not so sure if Dance can complete those deep balls as well, because he's able to complete the little short passing routes across the middle, but not necessarily the really deep ones. He's missed over about 5 yards on the last 2.
Take some action shots. 4th down. Looks like 18 yards to go. He'll be punting from the 30-yard line. Preston Turner standing back at the 25. High punt, very high. Fair catch is signal for and hits one of the Wildcats. The Wildcats are going to have to fall on it, and I think West has it. And I believe West does have it. They hit one of the back guys. It looked like it hit an Oak Ridge player. I don't see any signal from the official. I think it hit one of our guys. They're talking about it. It looked like it hit Oak Ridge in the back. And they're going to say it is Oak Ridge's ball, and West is livid across the way there.
No, they just pointed first down for West. I think one of the gripes and the complaints that we have is that our guy, Preston Turner, was not allowed to come up. He basically had to stop short because one of our guys was pulled up to make sure that he didn't block in the back, and West was too close, and it didn't allow Preston to come up and field the punt.
Tough call. They do have the ball at the 32-yard line. Big break in the ball game. 8 minutes, 53 seconds to play. The Oak Ridge defense has got to bow up once again. Single receiver split to the right. Matthew Swigert defending him. They've got 2 receivers to the left. The Wildcats getting in position, switching their linemen back and forth here. 10-0 Oak Ridge in the lead. Dance to pass. Crossed away, pass incomplete. Batted down. The Wildcats, Bourbon and Kelly around the play at second down and 10.
Yeah, really nice job there by the Wildcat linebackers dropping into the zones, making sure that if I think I was Eccleston didn't make sure to catch that. the West Rebels coming out with a little bit of a different look here, trying to pack the middle of the box and spread their receivers really far out. One of their receivers was, almost 30 yards away from their tackle.
Second down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the Oak Ridge 33-yard line. 8:49 to play first half. Receivers left and right once again. 2 running backs, and they're going to hand it to one of them, and he is going to be hit at the line, and down he goes. It'll be third down, 10 yards to go.
Really nice job there by the Wildcat defense, and Coach Miner making a little bit of adjustment. He walked Cole Adams up into the box, even with the linebackers selling out then, hoping that play was a run play. And the Wildcats defense especially has really hemmed in the West Rebels running backs all night long.
Officially a gain of a yard. It'll be third down, 9 yards to go. Probably 4 down territory. The ball's at the 31-yard line. 8 minutes, 18 seconds to play. First half, 10-0 Wildcats. The winner advances to the Final Four in the state of Tennessee. Ball is at the 31-yard line. Dance at quarterback. 2 receivers split to the right. Man comes in motion. Quick pass. Pass is caught. Wildcats make the stop. Wildcats almost went for the interception and ran past the receiver. They moved the ball to the 24-yard line, where it'll be fourth down and about a yard to go for a first.
Yeah, David, and that was number 1 Blair on the reception there, as it looks like he's going to be the one that comes off the field. And I think if you're the West Rebels, this is the right call. You know your offense, you trust your offense. Wildcat defense got to make a stop right here on this basically 4th and 1.
Oak Ridge crowd making a lot of noise here. Full house backfield for them. Fourth down, it's a long yard right at the 24-yard line. Handoff, running back, he slips a tackle and moves the ball for a first down at the 15-yard line. He was hit initially at the line, ran through an arm tackle, and it's a nice run. First and 10 West at the Oak Ridge 15.
Yeah, David, as our outside linebacker, I believe, or one of our linebackers, just wasn't able to get as close as he could there to the blocking back or the slot back of the tight end, as Mattress was just able to pick up probably a 10-yard run, probably his best run of the game so far. As Wildcat defense jumped off sides there, as West was trying to go quick and get up to the line quickly. So that'll be a easy 5 for the West Rebels here, as it'll be 1st and 5.
All of this coming after the Wildcats had actually stopped them, and they punted, and it hit the back of a Wildcat, and they recovered. Ball's at the 10-yard line. First down, 5 yards to go. Oak Ridge on top, 10-0. 6:55 to play. We're in the second quarter. The Wildcats could use a turnover. 2 receivers to the right, hand off to the running back. He has a touchdown. Touchdown West. They take it into the end zone for the score. Big hole open up on the right side of the line, and the Wildcats give up the score, and it's 10-6.
Yeah, David, it was just another inside handoff there, as Mattress was able to run through a tackle and get into the end zone. Wildcat defense, I don't think honestly should hang their heads there. Obviously, you don't want to give up the points, but we initially had the stop. We just got to be a little bit more focused on those special teams plays.
Hopefully we haven't awoken the sleeping giant as they go for the extra point. High snap, kick is up. And the kick, it looks good. 6:45 to play. We're in the second quarter, 10-7. The Wildcats in the lead. We'll be back with the West kickoff in 60 seconds. Here's the kick by West. It's high, going to be fielded at the 5. Jabryce Taylor at the 10 to the 15. Jabryce goes down at the 20-yard line. One thing I can say about West, they do a really good job covering the kicks.
Yeah, really nice job covering the kicks. And, they don't get it to the end zone but on their kicks, but their kicker is able to get it inside the 5-yard line consistently twice that we've seen so far, which allows, for good coverage for them. And the Wildcats are going to start at the 20-yard line.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense. You're right. The Wildcats had got the stop, but the punt was hit by a Wildcat in the back when Preston was trying to return it, and they recovered it, and they took it in for a score. Credit the West High Rebels.
Yeah, and that's just bad luck there, and you can't see what's behind you on that one.
Wildcats will have Kendall Jackson in the backfield now. 3 receivers split to the left. Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 20. Mitchell's going to pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for Brandon Hayward.
There, and it looked like it was a little bit behind, but Mitchell Gibbons had a little bit of a lane to throw it there, and that lane was closing really quickly, which didn't allow him to get it too far upfield. And pretty decent coverage there by the West Rebels, as Wildcats are going to be in 2nd and 10.
Wildcats have got to get it out of this position here. This offense is too good for the Rebels. You want to control as much of the clock as you possibly can, like Oak Ridge has done in this ballgame. They need to get some first downs and end this half on a high. Second down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the Oak Ridge 20-yard line. 6:36 to play. 10-7. Oak Ridge in the lead. Kendall Jackson in motion. Mitchell runs it. Mitchell doesn't get far. Moves the ball to around the 23-yard line, where it'll be third down and about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, David, as you're in third down territory here. The Wildcats, this may be their worst field position so far in the game. So if you can get out of this position, pick up a couple more first downs, take some more time off the clock, it really limits what West can do. But it starts with the third and 9.
10-7, Oak Ridge in the lead. Clock moving. 6:11 to play here in the first half. They really need a first down. They're going to say no gain on the play. It'll be, I thought, a little bit farther than that. Evidently, he dragged his foot down at the, or knee down at the 20. It'll be for the Wildcats, third down, 10 yards to go. Kendall comes in motion once again. The Wildcats are going to pass it out here to Brandon. He's incomplete. Too low. Had a lot of pressure coming in, and Mitchell had to deliver the pass, and the Wildcats will be forced to punt. So the momentum has shifted just a little bit here, James.
Yeah, as it looks like Mitchell just wasn't able to really step into that throw really well. Had to get it out really quick to Brandon Hayward. It looked like the Wildcats were running a little bit of a tunnel screen, which means that they're pulling their guard and their tackle out to block out on the edge. If Brandon catches that, he may still be running because there was nobody in the middle of the field on that play.
So it'll be Jacob Bourbon along with Preston Turner in the ball game to punt the ball away. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. They have a man back here at the 45-yard line. It'll be Wildcats punting. Jacob gets a good one. High kick, backing him up all the way to the 40. He's continuing to go back, and he's going to hit right at the 40-yard line. Good coverage by the Wildcats. Looks like perhaps Kai Hirsch, Jalen Hayward down there, and one other Wildcat might have been Jaden Elam. It'll be for West High Rebels. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at their own 40.
Really nice job there by Jacob Bourbon. That was probably a 42-yard punt, 43-yard punt in the air, caught in the air. The West Rebel almost fumbled it kind of there in a moment. But really nice job also by Jacob Bourbon because it pinned him on the West High Rebels sideline and forced an easy tackle there for Kai Hirsch and the people covering.
West moving right to left here. They split out number 1 here to the right side. They've got a full house backfield once again. 5:40 to play first half. 10-7, Oak Ridge in the lead. Once again, Dance at quarterback. Wildcats showing blitz here. They have a 4-man front. Now they back off just a bit. Sneak up with somebody up the line. Dance to pass. Cross the way. Pass is going to be caught. And the Wildcats get him at around the 39-yard line. A beautiful play on the slant.
Really nice job there by Wes as Mattress was the one that picked up that pass. Basically, West tried to fake a little hitch route there, ran a wheel route with the inside receiver, and Mattress was just able to sneak out of the backfield for an easy catch.
Ball is at the Oak Ridge 38-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right. Single man here to the right. Left, I mean. Dance hands it off to the back. He's going to be hit at the line. Moves the ball forward for maybe a yard at most. 5:09 and counting. 10-7. Oak Ridge in the lead as we play here at West High School in the quarterfinals of the TSSAA playoffs.
Really nice stop there by the defensive line of the Wildcats. As one thing I'm starting to notice is when West has a big play, maybe 5-10 yards, that really gets them going. They get up to the line a lot faster and they try to run it a lot faster. They get a lot of confidence out of that.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Ball's at the 37 of the Wildcats. Dance, pressured, gets hit, delivers the pass. The one man who can make the tackle, and they've got to get him, and he's not going to. There's a touchdown. Actually, Matthew Swigert, he drags him all the way to the 1-yard line. Wildcats came in, they hit Dance hard. He delivered the pass, and there was only one guy and about 5 blockers out there, and they were at the 2-yard line. First down, goal to go.
Yeah, that's Perry on the reception there for the Wildcats, says Wildman Sheehan as he takes that. And basically, West ran the same play that Oak Ridge tried to run. They ran a little tunnel screen. West pulled their guard and tackle out to block, and Perry just got right in behind him. Large pickup.
4:20 to play here. West, first down, goal to go. The ball's at the 2-yard line. Dance will hand it to the back. No place to go. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. Knocked back at around the 4-yard line. Good penetration and pressure by Jacob Bourbon and company.
Yeah, David, and I was actually just thinking that just a moment ago. They're probably going to run it with Mattress here. He's a big back. They got number 6, I believe his name is Eccleston in, that blocks for him, and he ran it right behind him. So they were down at the 2-yard line. Why not try that? Because now it's a second and goal from the 4.
So a loss of 2 on the play. 3:45 to play. 10-7. But the West High Rebels knocking on the door. Ball's at the Oak Ridge 4-yard line. 3:40 and counting. Second down, goal to go at the 4. Dance at quarterback. Low snap, pressured, rolls to his right, fires it into the end zone, fires it out of the end zone. It'll be third down, goal to go at the 4. Dance got a little pressure. Nobody was open. Just threw it away.
Yeah, David, as Dance was able to twist his way out of that situation and kind of got out a little bit, not able to throw a good pass out to his receiver out there. But it was really great coverage by Matthew Swaggart, who had man coverage and was just making sure that his guy didn't get the reception in the back of the end zone.
3:29, the clock is stopped now. Third down, goal to go West. The ball at the 4-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Once again, Dance looks over to the sidelines for the play. Comes up to the line, tells the center. Third down, goal to go at the 4-yard line. And play is halted. Timeout is asked for by West. 3:29 to play. First half, 10-7 Oak Ridge. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back to West High School in 30 seconds. Oak Ridge still in the lead here, 10-7. We're down to 3:29 to play first half. West has it. Third down, goal to go. Ball is at the 4-yard line. Here they come to the line. Once again, Dance at quarterback, 2-year starter. Much different ball game than what we saw last year in the playoff ball game. Let's see what Oak Ridge defense can do. They've been so good all year long. Let's see if they can hold them out another play. Handoff running back. Bourbon grabs him. No, he pops loose and goes into the end zone. They hit him first, grabbed him, but just couldn't quite hold on to him, and the Rebels take the lead.
Yeah, David, is just a straight handoff there to Mattress. He was initially stopped up the middle. I think Bourbon had him. I think Isaiah Boone was also in there on that, and he just kind of, Mattress stepped out of that and was able to get into the end zone there as West scores. It was 13-10 right now.
3 minutes, 24 seconds to play. They'll go for the extra point, make it a 4-point game. The snap is good. The hold, the kick is on its way. It is also good. 14-10, the Rebels, 14 unanswered points. We'll be back with the Rebel kickoff in 60 seconds. Back here at West High School, the Rebels have taken the lead now 14-10. The momentum shifted on that punt play. Let's see if the Wildcats can get a nice return here. It's a shorter kick here. Jabryce is not going to field it. It's actually going to be fielded at the 10 by the Wildcats. I'm looking for the man who's got it. That'll be Jonathan Stewart moving the ball up to the 25-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. The momentum shifted. The Wildcats had stopped them on defense, forced the punt. It was a high punt. Preston called for a fair catch. It hit one of the Wildcats in the back, and it's been all West since then.
Yeah, David, and I think the mistake there was just honestly Preston was trying to come up and get it. And personally, I thought that West kind of got in the way of that, and I thought it should have been a penalty, but I could have been wrong there. But either way, Preston wasn't able to get that. But the Wildcats starting in a little bit better field position at the 25-yard line.
3 minutes, 18 seconds to play. The Wildcats, 3 receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield with the quarterback, Mitchell Gibbons. In motion comes Kendall Jackson. Kendall gets the handoff. Kendall moves the ball forward for a gain of about 5, almost 4 yards. He's pushed back right at the 29-yard line. 3:08 to play. It'll be second down and long facing the Wildcats.
Yeah, David, and awkwardly enough, that may be Kendall's his only 4th rush there on the night, as the Wildcats have kind of tried to spread the ball around and catch West in different positions, but getting Kendall going outside and north and south immediately has really put the Wildcats in good position, as it's going to be 2nd and 6 here.
Second down, it's actually closer to 5 yards to go, so let's be optimistic here. As the Wildcats split out, Jalen Hayward to the left, Brandon Hayward, Cole Adams here to the left of the quarterback. Wildcats have a running back now. That's Kendall Jackson, 2:33 to play. First half, 14-10, the Wildcats trailing. Wildcats are going to run it with Kendall. Kendall is going to move the ball across the 30, up to around the 33-yard line. Had to get to the 35. It'll be third down and about 2 yards to go.
Yeah, a little bit of something that West hasn't seen tonight that Oak Ridge fans are used to. A straight handoff to Kendall Jackson. Gets outside. Very quick burst out of him. One important thing to take note of here, if you're a Wildcat fan, is we've got about 2 minutes left here. The Wildcats need to score here to put themselves in good position, because West receives the kickoff after halftime.
Minute 57 to play. The Wildcats, it'll be third down and about 2 yards to go. Brian Wyatt, the offensive coordinator, signals in the play. The Wildcats have 3 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right. Mitchell Gibbons, the lone man in the backfield. Man comes in motion. The Wildcats, Kendall Jackson. Kendall Jackson, first down. Moves the ball up the field. Pushed out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. That is a 10 back of Oak Ridge first down. Great run there to keep the Wildcats in possession of the football.
Yeah, really nice job there by Kendall Jackson and actually using his vision very well. Jackson Adams was the tackle on that side, and Jackson saw that his outside linebacker was going straight upfield. And so Jackson just let him go upfield and got on his shoulder, pushed him upfield. Kendall made a cut right off of that and picked up about 7 yards on that rush.
14-10, the Wildcats trail, 1:35 to play first half. Wildcats 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line, moving right to left here, wearing their all-white jerseys. 3 receivers to the right. Coach Wyatt calls the new play. Brandon, Hayward, Kendall, Jackson split out here to the left. Mitchell tells the line. The Wildcats looking at 3-man line. Kendall comes in motion. Kendall is going to give it, actually Mitchell's running it, moves the ball across the 45, and somebody ripped off Ethan Hewitt's helmet. Ripped his helmet off. I see no flags on the play here. Well, Oak Ridge fans are just going nuts because they ripped the helmet off of our center. The officials are making no move. They haven't called anything. There have been no flags on this in this ball game. And now Ethan's going to have to come out of the ball game.
Ethan's going to have to come out of the ball game, and it looks like Isaiah Boone's going to come in the ball game because Ethan's helmet literally, and I'm not exaggerating here, went flying 20 yards in the opposite direction. Ethan doesn't hit that hard. Somebody ripped his helmet off and literally flung it 20 yards in the opposite direction.
Second down, 4 yards to go. A lot of time ticking off here. We're down to 15 seconds to play on the play clock. Ball's at the Oak Ridge 45-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. They're looking at a blitz here. Low snap. Mitchell's going to have to fall on it all the way back at the 30-yard line. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because the Wildcats had to get their center out of the game, and Isaiah, he hadn't taken a snap all season long.
Yeah, David hadn't taken a snap all season long, and it looks like that West might call a timeout right here to preserve a little bit of time on the clock.
I think they should have called a timeout, honestly, to allow Ethan to come back in the ball game because nothing against Isaiah. I just think that would have been the better option. But, you know, the Wildcats wanted to save, I guess, their timeouts in case they were getting down the field to score.
Yeah, David, absolutely. And Coach Gaddis is clearly making his opinion known to the line judge that was on this side that was right there when it was called. But, you know, call a timeout, allow Ethan to, come off the field. And, you know, I think either way, if your helmet comes off, regardless if you call a timeout or not, he's got to come out of the game. But it allows you some time to gather yourself and get to the next play.
Even if they call a timeout, he can't come back in the game?
No, he has to sit out exactly one play because his helmet comes off. So it's a state rule.
Coach Gaddis is definitely, and Coach Gaddis is furious. He is furious, just tossed his hat down on the ground. That we've had no penalties in this one. Coach Gaddis, I agree. Somehow that helmet got thrown up the field that far.
Literally 20 yards.
Yeah, the official's looking at Coach Gaddis, and Coach Gaddis is furious, and he better watch it or he's going to get a penalty. It was poor officiating, honestly. There's no way in the world that helmet goes up the field 20 yards unless somebody ripped it off and threw it.
It was terrible officiating, and the officials should be ashamed. Coach Gaddis has every right to be that upset and that mad, and I probably haven't seen him that mad in a very, very long time.
So it's third down and about 20 yards to go here for the Wildcats. Back at the 30-yard line. Wildcats are just going to have a quick simple. No, Mitchell's going to throw it. Pass is intercepted. Not a good decision on Mitchell's part there, and they're going to move the ball down the field all the way to the 25-yard line. They say he's going to go out of bounds right at the 39-yard line, but that time Mitchell got too much pressure. Probably should have eaten that one. Tough play, and the West High Rebels will have 45 seconds to get in the end zone.
Mike tells us that was cornerback Blair on the that picked that off for the West High Rebels. As Mitchell, it just doesn't seem like he was able to set his feet, and because he wasn't able to set his feet, Brandon Hayward would have been wide open if Mitchell could have put a little bit more on it, as we're going to have, it looks like a personal foul here for
I think there's a block in the back, actually.
Block in the back, I'm sorry.
Up to the 49-yard line. So with 45 seconds to play, the Rebels trying to increase their lead. They lead Oak Ridge 14-10. I'd love to see the replay of that and send it to the Officials Association from wherever this association is, because they haven't called anything. That's the first penalty, I think, called in the entire ball game. But maybe it's a makeup call because Coach Gaddis was so hot. But I'd just love to see that on film. You got to call it if something like that happens. 1st and 10, Rebels dance to pass, screen pass, complete, no place to go. He's going down. He'll lose about 5 on the play.
Really nice job there by Jaden Elam coming in, able to get to Dance on that pass there, as it looks like West might take a timeout to preserve a little bit of time on the clock.
Field position has not been great here in the second quarter for sure, but the Oak Ridge defense has been really sturdy and steady all season long. Trey Rose in the ball game at defensive end on the left side. On the right side, Jackson Adams. Second down, 10 yards, 13 yards to go. Ball at the 48-yard line. Dance to pass. Pressured again. Goes across the way. Pass incomplete. Jonathan Stewart, it's pass interference. It is pass interference. Jonathan hit him, and it'll be a penalty against the Wildcats with 29 seconds to play.
I'm not as upset about the pass interference as I am about the hold that occurred on Jaden Elam, who was rushing off the edge. Number 6 for them, I believe it is Eccleston, that just wrapped up Jaden Elam and didn't let him get to the quarterback. That's a little bit more what I was upset about, David.
Yeah, I think, honestly, a lot of times when you get to the third round, the officiating crew, they don't want to make the determination. They don't want to decide the game, so they don't call a whole lot. They just don't. But sometimes you have to. Like L.C. Wilson always told me, if it's a train wreck, call it.
Yeah, and, as it looks like West is going to go fast here pretty quickly.
Ball is at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Dance to pass. In trouble. Here comes Trey Rowe. He eludes a sack, fires it deep. Pass is incomplete. Cole Adams defending, down to 21 seconds to play, and your clock cannot go any slower than it's going right now.
No, it can't, and West also has, I believe they have one timeout. That says, I think, 2 timeouts, but one timeout was what West has. Nice coverage there by Jonathan Stewart across the middle on a post route. Cole Adams there also to help out, just not able to get over top to pick that off, but great job there by Trey Rowe to force Dance out of the pocket and get him off schedule.
14-10 is our score. The Wildcats trailing with 21 seconds to play. It's second down, 10 yards to go for the West High Rebels. The ball at the Oak Ridge 37-yard line. Dance with a man coming in motion, 2 receivers to the right. Back to pass again. Pressured, fires, pass incomplete. Defending Jonathan Stewart once again. It's third down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, David, is a little bit of a confusing pattern there for the Wildcat defense. Not necessarily that we messed up the coverage, but just the fact that they sent number 6 again, Eccleston, in motion. Cole Adams had to pick him up, and Jonathan Stewart had to take the post, and Jonathan had to come back inside and cover that a little bit more as we have 17 seconds left in a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, as James said, the ball at the Oak Ridge 37-yard line, 14-10, West on top of the Wildcats. Dance to pass. Once again, fires a pass, incomplete. The Wildcat defense holds 13.8 seconds to play.
Yeah, David, and this is what the Wildcat defense was able to do in the first quarter, and you like to see that they're able to do this here in this quarter, or on this drive here, is I don't think Dance can complete very good passes at distance. So that was, even though that was a 10-yard pass, that was probably about a 40-yard throw across the field. And he really hasn't beat us deep with 20 or 25-yard passes all night long. If
I were Preston, I wouldn't even think about touching this one. It's 4th down, 10 yards to go. 13 seconds to play. Got to watch for a fake, too. Punter is going to punt it. Barely hits it. It's going to go bounding at around the 10, roll dead at the 5, 4, 3, and 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The Wildcats will have one play with 2.3 seconds to play. So the defense holds after the interception. The Wildcat defense makes a stand.
Yeah, Wildcat defense makes a nice hold there and holds West to basically a 4-point lead. And it's a pretty smart kick there by the West Rebels. It's just a little short, quick kick. Didn't try to put a whole lot on it. Get it inside the 10-yard line, angle it toward your sideline. And I think if I'm the Wildcats here, I'm just going to take a knee and take it to the house.
Oh, most definitely. As the Wildcats come to the line, the ball is at the 5-yard line. And Mitchell will be under center here. 2.3 seconds to play. First half, 14-10. Mitchell will take a knee, and that is the end of the first half. So the Wildcats find themselves in a tight one, much like we saw the first time we played. It was 13-7. West leading the Wildcats into the third quarter. The last time we were here, pretty similar score here, 14-10 our score. And here we go. The Wildcats will be kicking from right to left. Oak Ridge crowd getting with it here. Tyler Denham's got the ball down on the tee, 14-10. The Wildcats down 4 here west. The winner advances. The loser's season comes to a close. Tyler Denham to kick off for the Wildcats. Here it is. He hits it high, angling the sidelines. They're going to return this one. He's at the 30, moves the ball up the field, and goes down at around the 37-yard line. And that is where West will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to remind us who their starters are on offense.
on offense for the West High Rebels coming out, obviously, will be Baker Dance, the quarterback for West. Mattress will be their running back. Their receivers will be Blair, Rogers, and Hundley. Eggleston will be their tight end, number 6. They've used him a lot. Starlet, Valverde, Adams, Lewis, and Corner are the West linemen.
From the 37-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go for West, moving left to right, wearing all gray jerseys. Dance to pass, floats it out, wide open, 40, 45, and then he goes down. Matthew Swigert drops him. Little roll out of the backfield, and he goes down quickly. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but he goes down, and we're going to have an injury timeout. Ball's at the 47-yard line of West, second down, less than a yard to go. They're going to hand it straight up the middle, and they're going to get good yardage. They're going to move into the secondary, and the Wildcats finally bring him down all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Wildcats.
Jackson Adams there on nice pursuit on tackle from the backside there as the sub. I wasn't able to see who the sub for Eccleston is, but I think that's a big loss because Eccleston, he's got several passes out of the backfield, and he's a really good blocking back. They like to run behind him, so it'll be interesting to see how West adjusts.
11:15 to play third quarter, 14-10. The Rebels on the move. Inside the Oak Ridge 40-yard line, handoff to the back. Another big arm tackle broken, and they move the ball across the 25 up to the 23-yard line. Their offensive line starting to open up some holes.
Yeah, open up some holes in the middle. You know, West traditionally this year has run a lot outside, so they're trying to get a lot going inside, and it looks like they brought in basically a power back or a fullback to kind of open up those holes on the inside.
Ball's at the 24-yard line of Oak Ridge. They're marching steadily down the field here. First down, 10 yards to go, 10:51 to play. Wildcats could use a turnover. I think the Rebels will be content to keep the ball on the ground. The Wildcats show blitz, hand off to the running back, and he's hit at the line, breaks an arm tackle, and moves the ball to the 15-yard line. It takes more than one to get that guy down. Brian Kelly, Preston Turner there, but not before he gets to the 15.
Yeah, David, as West has, that was Hundley on the carry there, as they have two really good running backs. They have several, but two really good ones. Hundley's a little bit more of a speed back, and Mattress is a little bit more of a pounder back.
It'll be for them second down and a yard to go. Just moving the ball up the field against the Wildcat defense. 10:16 to play. We're in the third quarter. The Wildcats down 14-10. Need a stop right here on defense. Dance at quarterback. Hands it to the back. Knocked down. Blasted. Jaden Elam finishes him off right at the 15-yard line. No gain on the play.
Yeah, David, it was a really nice job there by the defensive line, kind of holding up the running back, Hundley again, not allowing him to get out of the tackle, and Jaden Elam comes in from his outside linebacker position and finishes them off. It looks like both Hundley and Mattress are going to be in on this series for West.
Third down, 1 yard to go, 9:40 to play third quarter, opening drive of the third quarter. The Rebels just running it down the Wildcats' throat. Oak Ridge needs a stop right here. They're down 14-10. 9.5 minutes to play. Here they come to the line, which is the Oak Ridge 15-yard line. Funny line by Coach Gaddis earlier, and the official will talk about that when things are not as quite as serious. As the handoff goes to the back, he's got a first down. Moves the ball close to the 10, still rumbling forward all the way to the 3-yard line. It just takes so many people to get him down.
Yeah, David, and that was Mattress that came in and ran it on that play as he just kept kind of twisting and twirling and getting yards, turning his legs as the Wildcats just weren't able to get him down as it looks like the ball is going to be placed at about the 3-yard line.
Coach Gaddis says something to the effect of, I've been coaching for 40 years and I've never seen anything like that. And the official said, well, I've been reffing for 50 years. And I can imagine what Coach Gaddis might have wanted to say after that. First down, goal to go. The ball is right at the 4-yard line of the Wildcats. Oak Ridge down 4. Could use a turnover here. Dance hands it to the back. He's hit and right at the line. No place to go. It'll be second down, goal to go at the 4.
Yeah, David, it's a nice job there by the Wildcat defensive line again, and holding up the running back. I believe that was Mattress there, allowing the linebackers to flow in and make the tackle there at the line of scrimmage. The West Rebels have subbed in number 12. I'm trying to find him on the roster real quick. He takes the place of Eccleston. Wasn't able to open up that big of a hole for West on that play.
Second down, goal to go. Time-consuming drive here. They've almost taken off 4 minutes off the clock. The Wildcats down 14-10. Handoff to the back, and he is hit. Wildcats are trying to stop him. They slow him down right at the 3. The pile moves forward. The whistles blow the the forward progress dead right at the 3-yard line. It'll be third down, goal to go at the 3.
Yeah, David. If I'm West here, I'm just gonna pound it in with Mattress as much as I can. He's a really big back. They've moved it a lot with him here. You're already in this close. You don't want to give up anything, and at least you have a field goal at this point.
7:35 and counting. Just ticking it on quickly down here. Here come the Rebels to the line. Third down, goal to go. The ball is at the 3-yard line. Dance rolls to his right, looks to run, cuts it up the field, fires it into the end zone. Man is there.
Out of bounds.
He makes the catch. Touchdown. Touchdown, West High Rebels. Really nice play. Quarterback rolled to his right. There was a man standing in the back corner of the end zone, and he makes the catch. And the Rebels have scored 20 unanswered points.
Yeah, David, as Dance, as you said, just rolled out there. He was a threat to run it, which brought the outside linebackers of the Wildcats up. And as soon as they started to creep up, he just kind of flipped it out there to the receiver. I wasn't able to get a number on that play in the corner of the end zone. 20-10
our score. They'll go for the extra point here. 7:19 to play. Lots of pressure. Kick is on its way. Barely up and good. The Wildcats got everybody in there. Couldn't get it. The block, though. 21-10, the Wildcats down 11. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the West kickoff in 60 seconds. Welcome back to West High School. The Rebels to kick off. 21-10 our score. Squib kick. Bounding up the field. It's going to go rolling out of bounds. That will be a penalty against West. Nobody touched it. It goes out of bounds. That'll be a penalty if they indeed throw a flag. I haven't seen a flag, but it is a flag over there. The 50-plus year ref doing the refereeing here. I can imagine what Coach Gaddis had to say to him.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how you responded to that, but West changing up their special teams here a little bit. They're able to get it down inside the 1, but they don't always do that. They do a little squib kick there, and obviously he kicked it out of bounds, but changing things up a little bit here for the Wildcats. I think former Vol Alex Wall is the one of the kicking coaches for West.
Jabryce Taylor, Brandon Hayward, Cole Adams split out to the left side. The Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go at the 35. Mitchell to pass across the way. Brandon Hayward makes the catch at the 40. Little short gain there, but a positive gain. It'll be a gain of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go.
Good start to the offensive drive here for the Wildcats as Brandon Hayward just ran a little what would be called a snag route. He went to the middle of the field, sat down right in the middle of the covers there. Nice, easy, short completion to start the drive for the Wildcats.
7 minutes to play third quarter, 21-10. The Wildcats trailing now by 11. Wildcats, Mitchell to pass. Now we're run, moves the ball 40. Mitchell Gibbons 45. Moves the ball to that point, and that should be enough for a Tim Bank of Oak Ridge first down.
Really nice job there by Mitchell. That was not a design draw, as Mitchell basically just saw everybody rush straight up field, and there was nobody in the middle of the field, so Mitchell just took off, got an easy 6 yards and a first down for the Wildcats.
6:35, the clock is going to be a factor here. The Wildcats need to get down the field because the Rebels are very content to have a ball control offense.
Need to get down the field and score quickly, and basically need to get a stop on defense as well.
Mitchell Gibbons, first down, 10 yards to go from the 46-yard line. Mitchell, pressured, running again, breaks out of there, 50, 45, out of bounds he goes. A big gain of about 9 yards for Mitchell Gibbons.
Really nice job there by Mitchell. Again, just recognizing that there's nobody outside. All the rush is going upfield so fast that all Mitchell has to do is take 2 or 3 steps, and he's past all the defensive linemen and outside linebackers. And all the inside linebackers, 2 of them are sitting in the middle of the field, so Mitchell just runs easily straight upfield and outside for an 8-yard gain.
From the 46-yard line of the Rebels, Wildcats moving right to left, 6:13 to play third quarter. Second down, a long yard to go for a first. In motion, Kendall Jackson gets the handoff, needs to cut back inside. He does. Kendall picks up a Tim Bank of Oak Ridge first down to the 41-yard line of West. First and 10 Wildcats.
Really nice job there by Kendall, and I was kind of a little worried like you were, David. I thought Kendall might continue outside, but he made a smart play, cut it right up inside, and was able to pick up the first down for the Wildcats. Really nice job here, running the ball in different ways, the Wildcats. Coach Gaddis loves to run the ball as well.
21-10, the Wildcats trailing. First down, 10 yards to go at the 41 of West. 5:51 to play. They jump across the line, but I don't think they went across the line. He moved, but he didn't jump. Mitchell Gibbons looks over to Coach Wyatt. The play clock down to 9 seconds. Mitchell from the shotgun. Ethan Hewitt is the center. We'll set the offensive line in a moment. Mitchell to pass. In trouble. Sacked. Goes down way back at the 48-yard line. Big pressure, and then
David, it looked like there was a little bit of extracurricular activity. I think Kason Staggs was a little bit upset about what occurred, and so were the Wildcat fans in the backfield. But Mitchell just wasn't able to escape that blitz there, as I believe they sent an inside linebacker up the middle.
big loss on the play. It's 2nd down and 17 yards to go. Ethan Hewitt, Robert Hill, Jackson Adams, Michael Walker, Kason Staggs, the offensive line for the Wildcats. 3 receivers to the right. The Wildcats need a big play right here. 4-man front. 2nd down, 17 yards to go. Play clock down to 3. Mitchell, quick pass. Kendall can't make the catch. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down, 17 yards to go on the short side of the field.
Yeah, David, as West is showing the Wildcats a little bit of a different look. Their outside linebackers and their corners are kind of switching up the coverage look. The inside linebackers are kind of coming up on a blitz a little bit, or one is coming up, one is dropping. So it's making it a little bit difficult here for the Wildcats to convert, and they're going to need a big conversion here on 3rd and long.
They're going to go with a slant to Jonathan Stewart. That's my prediction right here.
That'd be a great play right there. It'd be wide open.
3 receivers to the right. Single man comes in motion. That's Kendall. Mitchell back to pass. Goes deep. Brandon Hayward. Pushed out of bounds. Pass interference. Pass interference against your West Rebels.
Yeah, David, it was a really nice play. Basically, again, Mitchell doesn't make very many mistakes with the football, as he basically throws it up basically where Brandon or nobody could get it. And not a smart play there by Blair, I believe, that was the defending cornerback, as he basically pushed Brandon out of bounds, and that's what the flag's going to be, and it's going to be a free 15, I think, and a 1st down.
4:39 to play, 3rd quarter. The Wildcats down 21-10. The penalty yardage stepped off to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
It's interesting that the ref could see that.
Actually, it's 3rd and 3 Wildcats.
It's interesting that the 50-year ref could see that, but not the helmet.
Well, that's true. I don't think he actually saw it. He's way back hip here watching the band play. It'll be, the ball is at the 33-yard line. The Wildcats need a 1st down. I think it's in 4-down territory, down 21-10. Wildcats looking for the play. Brandon Hayward tells Kendall Jackson. Play clock is down to 2. 1. They get the play off barely. Here's a quick pass. It is caught. 1st and 10. Jonathan Stewart at the 24-yard line.
Really nice job there by Jonathan, basically high-pointing it. Mitchell putting it where Jonathan Owen could get it. David, I think you were right on your slant call there to Jonathan Stewart. It was just one play too early.
Well, as long as the Wildcats get a 1st down, doesn't matter when it happens. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge. The ball is at the 24-yard line. 4:22 to play. Both teams taking a lot of time up. The Rebels dominated the first half of this quarter. The Wildcats have ticked it down to 4:10. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge at the 24-yard line of the West High Rebels. In motion comes Oak Ridge's Kendall Jackson. Kendall gets the handoff, tries to turn it back up the field, and moves the ball to the original line of scrimmage. Good pursuit that time by the Rebels.
Really good pursuit there by the Rebels, as the outside linebacker, I believe that's number 18 for them, that shot upfield real quick, that was Smith. He's a pretty good player for them. You mentioned that the Wildcats are using a lot of time off the clock. As long as you come away with the touchdown here, I don't think it matters too much, because this is getting your defense a lot of rest here.
3:38 and counting. Play clock down to 20. The Wildcats get Jabryce Taylor back in. Preston Turner's in the ballgame. Jonathan Stewart, Kendall Jackson, Brandon Hayward. 12 seconds on the clock. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to play. The play is just now signaled in to Mitchell Gibbons. 5 seconds on the play clock. It'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. He just barely gets it off. Gonna float it deep, end zone, passes there. Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Jonathan Stewart makes the reception. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to play, and the Wildcats are back in it.
Great job there by Mitchell Gibbons. Great job by Jonathan Stewart, basically just running a go route. Mitchell put it at the back of the end zone where only Jonathan could get it. Nice also blocking by the offensive line, picking up everybody. Mitchell took a shot there at the end, but that was because he waited till the last second and put it only where his guy could get it.
21-16, Efren Rodriguez to attempt the extra point. Hayden Tarwater to hold. Pressure, the kick is on its way. It's up, and the kick, it is good. 3:11 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and the Wildcats trail West 21-17. We'll be back with a Wildcat kickoff in 60 seconds. Here's the pop-up kick. It's going to be returned at the 25 up the sideline. They drop him right at the 38-yard line. Once again, a little high, a little bit towards the middle part of the field. The Wildcat coverage didn't get down there as quick. Kai Hirsch there on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 3:05 to play third quarter. The Wildcats trailing it by a score of 21-17.
Great coverage there by the special teams once again. As you said, a little bit toward the middle of the field, but those pop-up kicks are very hard to do. If you can put it right on the numbers like Tyler Dunham is able to do consistently, that's a really good way to start a defensive possession.
Let's see what the defense can do here. 1st and 10 Rebels. Hand off to the back, and he is picking up 10 yards, 11 yards, 12 yards into Oak Ridge territory at the 48-yard line, right up the gut running. They did that on their last drive, just running it straight at Oak Ridge. 1st and 10, West High.
Yeah, David, as I believe that's number 5 for West on the carry there. He comes in a little bit of a different running back, Barfield, as he has a lot of speed right up the middle, as West is right across the 50-yard line at the 49-yard line of the Wildcats.
Have you seen worse numbers to read than these?
It's very difficult. Even Mike, the Englishman Sheehan over here, is having a little trouble.
2 receivers split to the left for West. Hand off to the back. This time, Kai Hirsch and one other Wildcat drop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play. The Wildcats might have been Brian Kelly there with Kai to make the stop. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Really nice job there by Kai Hirsch coming from his defensive end position as he was basically squeezing in, not letting anything outside. And when Barfield tried to bust it outside, Kai was right there to make a tackle.
2:08 to play third quarter, 21-17. West leads Oak Ridge. Dance to pass. Pressured, floats it out of the backfield, pass is caught. He fumbles the ball! Back at the 50-yard line, but West falls on it. It'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go.
Really nice job there by the defense. I believe it was maybe Brian Kelly or Jacob Bervin coming from that ball for the outside there. As number 12 for West, who is, I'm trying to remember correctly, maybe Mattress, trying to get out quickly there, coming in for Eggleston. That was a play that they've had a lot of success with Eggleston on, not so much on that play.
3rd down, actually 11 yards to go. Dance once again, 3 receivers split to the right. The Wildcats showing blitz, getting pressure in. He is in trouble. He is sacked! Sacked at the 50-yard line, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, he was not able to toe step or twinkle toes out of that on that play as the Wildcat defensive line wrapped him up, didn't allow him to escape, and it's going to be 4th and 10, a punt coming up for West. Wildcat punt team got to make sure that we execute really well here because you've got the momentum in your favor. Everything, you started this second half really, really well.
55 seconds to play third quarter, 21-17, West in the lead. Low snap, picks it up, he's in trouble, gets it away though. Preston calls for a fair catch and makes it right at the 20, around the 20, a little close to the 18-yard line. 45 seconds to play. Boy, that snap scooted back to the punter, and he's lucky to get it off because the Wildcats had a white shirt back there, but he did get it off. Let's see what the Wildcat offense can do here.
Yeah, David, you're absolutely right. West did have an up back there protecting, but Jaden Elam was coming hard off the edge there, and as a senior, he really wants to play with all his heart here left. And the Wildcats only trailing 4 with 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Third quarter, I'm sorry. 3 receivers split to the left for the Wildcats. The Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go. The ball officially at the 18-yard line. Wildcats, Mitchell to pass. Crossed away, batted down. This was this part of the field last year that the Wildcats had a couple of turnovers that kind of turned the game around for them. Don't want to turn it over here.
Yeah, absolutely, and a little bit of concern here as, Mitchell, I think that may be the third ball that he's had batted down, but I think that's more about the defensive lineman of West trying to jump up and actually bat it down as opposed to Mitchell throwing it low. 41
seconds to play third quarter, 21-17, West on top. 3 receivers to the left, tight coverage on them. Mitchell, second down 10, wants to pass. Now he's going to run. Mitchell Gibbons needs a block from Brandon Hayward. He's going to sprint outside. Might have been able to get a few more yards. The clock is still running. He ran out of bounds. 3 seconds probably shouldn't have come off the clock. He did gain a positive gain of about 2. We're down to 33.6. This is a big play in the ball game, I think.
Big play in the game, and you said Brandon Hayward might possibly get a block. I would argue that was a good hold up there by Brandon, because had Brandon blocked toward his own end zone there, that would have been a penalty regardless of how hard he hit him. So nice job there by Brandon. Even better job by Mitchell getting positive yards upfield.
33 seconds to play here. The Wildcats have it. Third down, 9 yards to go. Need a big play right here. Kendall comes in motion. Mitchell to pass. Rolls to his right. Dumps it. Oh, boy. It's intended for Kendall, and I don't think he really saw it coming towards him. The Wildcats will be forced to punt.
Yeah, David, I think it was an intended screen there for Kendall, who was open. I think Mitchell rolled just a little too far to his left. He felt a little pressure, rolled a little too far to his left there, as the Wildcat punt team is going to come on. Preston Turner is back, and obviously Jacob Bourbon is as well. So we will be punting from our own 20-yard line.
So the Wildcats couldn't get it done there. 28.5 seconds to play here. Not much time off the clock. Here we're in the third quarter, but they should get great field position. Jacob and Preston back in punt formation. Here's the punt. It's a high, wobbly kick. It's going to bounce and be down by the Wildcats. Jaden Elam at the 48-yard line. Probably should have let that one bounce just a little bit there, but he stops it, and they should be at the 47 or the 48-yard line. He moved it up to the 47-yard line. This might be one of the worst officiating crews that I've seen for a quarterfinal ball game. They just don't look really competent, honestly. They might be great guys, but they just don't look like a crew that should be doing a quarterfinal ball game.
Well, and I think one of the things, too, that's kind of happened on several occasions was where the ball is being spotted.
Right. That's my whole point. And the spots are terrible.
Yeah.
And maybe just a yard or two, but it should be something basic for an official to do. First down, 10 yards to go for West. Handoff, boom, in the backfield. The Wildcats drop him. And they fumble. The Wildcats have it. The Wildcats have it. Oak Ridge has it. Oak Ridge recovers. Oak Ridge is Jackson Adams at the 45-yard line of West. Oak Ridge has it. They've got the fumble with 10 seconds to play in the third quarter, and the offense is back out on the field.
What a change of momentum here for the Wildcats, as Jackson Adams, playing with a lot of heart, coming off the edge, continuing his pursuit from the backside there, coming all the way across the defensive line there. Nice job by Kai Hirsch, not giving up the outside. Nice job by Jay Elam to continue to pursue there. Really good job by the defense. Offense, love to see them come away with some points here.
21-17 the score, 10 seconds to play in West territory at the 46-yard line. Kendall Jackson in motion. Mitchell runs the ball. Mitten gets dropped. Probably should have handed it off that time as the third quarter comes to a close. 3 quarters in the books here from West High School. One of these two teams' season will continue. The other season will come to a close. 21-17 West, back for the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. Welcome back to West High School. The Wildcats have it. Second down, 10 yards to go. Opening play of the fourth quarter. Ball is at the 46-yard line of West. Oak Ridge trails 21-17. The Wildcats trying to make it to the semifinals of the state of Tennessee. The Wildcats down 4 here. They took a 10-0 lead. They're down 4 right now, 21-17. Second and 10. At the 46, Mitchell Gibbons, receivers left and right. Lots of pressure. Fires it. Pass is incomplete. Almost picked off there. Got a lot of pressure. Is intending, I believe, for Cole Adams. Third down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, number 43, Jarquez Wren there for West on the defense of the play. Intended for Cole Adams, just running a quick out route there. Mitchell hesitated for just a moment, but Wildcats live to see a third down, third and long here. Wildcats have picked it up all night long. No reason they shouldn't tonight.
Freshman Brandon Hayward splits out to the far left. Jabryce Taylor, need to get some touches with him tonight. The Wildcats have Kendall in the backfield, actually, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Back to pass. In trouble. About to take a sack. Gets away. Moves the ball up the field. Moves the ball to the 45, to the 40, close to the first down, and their flag goes down. A late hit out of bounds, and the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10.
Really not smart play there by the West Rebel, who hit Mitchell Gibbons late out of bounds, but a great play by Mitchell Gibbons. Mitchell felt the pressure from his backside there, rolled back, took a risk. He rolled probably about to the 40, 45-yard line of the Wildcats. went all the way to the West Rebel sideline and picked up a first down at the 35-yard line. Great job by Mitchell. Great job by the lineman, not blocking in the back.
And the penalty is against the Rebels. The Wildcats have it first down, 10 yards to go, 11:44 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats down 21-17.
Yeah, David, and you got to think that West, who you see a couple players arguing here about what the play should have been, you got to think that West did not expect this type of game from Oak Ridge tonight.
The ball is going to be put down at the 22-yard line of the Rebels. This all coming after a fumble recovery by Jackson Adams. First down, 10 yards to go. Got to guard the football here. Can't have a turnover. You don't get many opportunities here against this Rebel offense, or defense for sure, and their offense is ball control. The Wildcats down 21-17. Kendall Jackson, the lone running back, 3 receivers split to the right. Wildcats will pass again in the end zone. Preston Turner, touchdown! 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 Preston Turner! And Oak Ridge takes the lead over the West High Rebels. 11:37 to play. Wide open. Third touchdown pass for Mitchell Gibbons, and Oak Ridge has the lead.
The Wildcats still have some fight in them tonight as the Wildcat fans are letting everybody know about it. What a throw by Mitchell Gibbons. What an easy throw. He just lobbed it up there. Preston beat his man on a wheel route, and all Mitchell had to do was put it right in the end zone for Preston to run under.
23-21 Oak Ridge. 11:37 to play. Efren Rodriguez. The ball is down. The kick is on its way. It's up, and it is good. The Wildcats have retaken the lead. The Wildcats have come alive here in the second half, and it's 24-21, and we'll be back to West High School in 60 seconds. 24-21 Oak Ridge has retaken the lead here. 11:37 to play. Tyler Dunham to kick off once again. Hits it well. Deeper this time. Going to be fielded at the 15. 20. To the sideline he goes. Cole Adams and company drop him out of bounds along with Jacob Urban. It'll be 1st and 10, the West High Rebels. So the Wildcats take advantage of the Rebel turnover, and Oak Ridge back on defense.
Oak Ridge on defense, and a couple of scores of interest here for the Wildcats, as especially it is 14-14, the Central South Doyle game. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game here tonight.
24-21 Oak Ridge. So much time left in the ball game. 11:32 to play in the game. West on offense once again. They'll start this drive at their own 32-yard line. Dance at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right. 1 lone running back. Handoff to the running back. Cole Adams drops him at the line of scrimmage. Not much more than a yard. Good play by Cole.
Really job there by Cole, as he was basically rolled down from his safety position as an outside linebacker almost. And as you see Mattress back in the game there, they really trust Mattress, but really nice job by Cole eating up that tackle and run there by Mattress.
11:10 to play in the ball game. 24-21 Oak Ridge in the lead. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Dance to pass. Pressured. Floats it. Pass caught. First down. Matthew Swigert pushes him out of bounds right at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Rebels.
Yeah, just a quick out route there, about a 15-yard out route for West as Dance completes that. A little bit more on the money than he's been previously tonight, as the Wildcats need to continue to get a defensive stop here as they pick up the first down.
First down, 10 yards to go, as I mentioned, at the 46-yard line, 45-yard line. The Rebels moving right to left. Dance to pass. Flat route, caught once again. Another 10-yard gain. Right up here at the 45-yard line. That's where teams have a lot of success against Oak Ridge. The Wildcats will give that short pass, but that's a 10-yard gain. So it'll be 1st and 10 in Oak Ridge territory now at the 45-yard line. Dance. Back-to-back completions.
Back-to-back completions, and the Wildcats playing a little bit of off coverage, so kind of backing off the receivers just a little bit. We saw that in the first half of the Ray County game last week, and Oak Ridge tightened it up late in the Ray County game last week as well.
24-21 Oak Ridge in the lead. 10 minutes, 53 seconds to play here in the ball game. The ball is at the Oak Ridge 45-yard line. The Wildcats could use another turnover right here. Dance with the man coming in motion, handoff to the back, and he is going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Brian Kelly. One other guy, number 23, Cole Adams. It'll be no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I believe that is Barfield there for West on the carry, as the West Rebels aren't able to get upfield in the run game as well as they have all season long, nor are they able to get outside on the Wildcats. Credit the defense for putting the running game to bed here early.
10:25 to play in the ball game. Second down, 10 yards to go at the Oak Ridge 45-yard line. Dance to pass. Pressured, pass, caught, and down he goes. 1 yard on the play. And one of the Wildcats slow to get up, but he's fine. Jaden Elam. It'll be third down, 9 yards to go.
Really nice job there by Isaiah Boone, as Mike tells me. He came out there. It was a little tunnel screen. West Rebels were able to pick up a lot of yards on that previously in the first half. Oak Ridge learned from it. Isaiah Boone got out there quick to make the tackle on the receiver.
9 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the ball game. Third down, 9 yards to go. The Wildcats need to pressure the quarterback. Dance to pass. No pressure. Pass. Caught. Nobody within 5 yards. 10 yards of him. First and 10.
Yeah, David, I think our defender there kind of got a little mixed up and thought that the pass was going a little bit toward the middle. The West Rebel there broke off his route, ran about a 10-yard out route, made actually a pretty nice catch. It was a little overthrown there.
A great catch, actually.
Yeah, it was overthrown by Dance, but great adjustment there. I believe that was number 3 for them, who is John Stokes.
Ball's at the 28-yard line of Oak Ridge. First down, 10 yards to go. 9:33 to play in the ball game. 24-21 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats need another stand on defense. Dance to pass. Pressure, sacked! Fires a pass anyway. It's incomplete. Wildcats got in there strong. Good play by the quarterback. Just threw it, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, David, and just a little bit of a delayed blitz there by the Wildcat defense. We've been doing that the past couple plays, trying to put some pressure on Dance. Previously, I think we had done it with maybe Brian Kelly, even Jacob Irvin. That play, it was Jaden Elam. I think Jaden saw his running back stay in, so obviously there was no one for him to cover, so go sack the quarterback.
From the 28-yard line of Oak Ridge, second down, 10 yards to go. 24-21 Oak Ridge on top. Dance, mattress in the backfield. Handoff, running back. Boom! Cole Adams, Brian Kelly. They drop him. It'll be third down and long facing the West High Rebels.
Yeah, David, and just a quick question for you as it looks like we might have a Wildcat down here as I think it might possibly be Jackson Adams.
James Branson, it is third down, 8 yards to go. Play is about to resume here. The ball's at the Oak Ridge 25-yard line. Who is in there for Jackson now? Was it Trey Rowe, I would assume?
It should be Trey Rowe because Kai Hirsch is your other defensive end.
Third and 8. Quarterback in trouble. He's a lot of trouble. He is going down to the ground at West High School, all the way back to the 34-yard line. It's fourth down and long.
What a key play there for the Wildcat defensive line. I believe it was Isaiah Boone coming in with the boom. And he made a nice play and forced Dance out of the pocket, kept pursuing. And, you know, one of the things about Isaiah Boone, he has a lot of speed, and he was able to show it there on that play.
This could be the play of the ball game right here for the Wildcats. It is fourth down, 18 yards to go. Back at the 34-yard line, 8.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge in the lead, 24-21. Dance, single receiver. Can't give up a first down. The Wildcats want possession. West calls a timeout. Big play, and the Oak Ridge crowd should go nuts right here and support this Oak Ridge defense. 24-21, it's fourth down. 18 yards to go for a first. The Wildcats are going to play tighter coverage here. Dance, 3 receivers to his left. Back to pass. He's in trouble. Fires it across the way. Oh, easy catch inside the 10-yard line. Easy catch. I mean, that was a laser right there he threw.
Yeah, I believe that was Blair on the reception there for the Wildcats as Wildcats were basically playing man coverage, trying to force a blitz there and put Dance in under pressure, but weren't able to get to him in time.
All the way down to the 10-yard line where it is first down, goal to go at the 10, 7:55 to play in the ball game, 24-21. Oak Ridge trying to hold on to the lead here. Dance, handoff, running back. He gets 3 yards to the 8-yard line, maybe to the 7. Mattress on the carry.
Mattress on the carry there as the Wildcats are making sure to send a couple of defenders a little bit more outside to prevent Mattress and the other running backs, from getting outside of them.
7:27 to play in the ball game. Second down, goal to go for the Rebels at the Oak Ridge 7-yard line. Dance, handoff, running back. Down he goes at the 5. Third down, goal to go for the West High Rebels. Stop made by Cole Adams.
Really nice job there by Cole Adams. That's a couple times that he's done that in a row, not letting Mattress get ahead of steam there and really forcing a third down and third down and goal from the 4-yard line.
7 minutes to go. We're under 7 minutes to play. One of the Rebels is coming out of the game, and that is Mattress limping out. He has struggled really with injuries the last 2 years. Third down, goal to go. The ball is at the 5-yard line. Dance at quarterback. 2 receivers split to the right. Wildcats up 24-21. Handoff, running back. He is into the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Rebels. Just slithered his way on the right side of the line, and they retake the lead.
Yeah, David, I believe that was Barfield for them that they brought in on that play there. Just was able to slip past a tackle or two. I thought the Wildcats were going to have him right in the backfield there and basically force a fourth down, but he was able to get into the end zone there and as of now retake the lead 26-24.
6:34 to play. They'll attempt the extra point. The Wildcats had lots of pressure the last time. The kick is up, and the kick, it is good. 6 minutes, 34 seconds left in somebody's season here. The Wildcats will go back on offense in a moment. We'll be back with the West kickoff in 60 seconds. Here's the kick by the Rebels. High kick. Could be returnable. Jabryce feels it at the 10. Jabryce Taylor, outside he goes. He's at the 20, at the 25. And out of bounds he goes at around the 30-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. 6:27 left in the ball game, trying to get a game-winning drive right here.
Yeah, really nice job there by Jabryce as he was able to get up to, I believe they're going to put it down at the 28-yard line. That's what Jabryce has had a lot of success on this year, is being able to run under those short kicks and get a nice return.
Wildcat offense on the field. Plenty of time here. 6:27 to play. No turnovers. The Wildcats need to move the ball down the field and win this ball game. 2 receivers to the right, including Kendall Jackson and Jonathan Stewart. Mitchell Gibbons, first down, 10 yards to go. We'll run it. Mitchell, 30. Mitchell, down he goes at the 34-yard line. Positive gain. It'll be second down and about 3.5 yards. Actually, second down and 4 yards to go.
Yeah, David, as Mitchell's really just been able to step up into the pocket all night long because West is pursuing so hard outside. So Mitchell's just been able to get easy 5- and 6-yard gains all night long and put the Wildcats in good second down positions. 6
minutes to play in the ball game. Second down, it's actually 5 yards to go, where he officially goes down at the 34-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 28-24 West on top. Ethan Hewitt, the center. He snaps it back, and there's movement on the line. And we'll see who it's going to go against. We haven't had many illegal procedure calls. I did see some movement, some bouncing on the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be against Oak Ridge. First procedural call of the night.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even the second penalty, on Oak Ridge. I think we may have had one in the first half.
So it's second down, 10 yards to go. The ball's back at the 29-yard line, 5:45 to play. Wildcats have Jonathan Stewart, Kendall Jackson as receivers split to the right side. And let's see. Officials, now they're set as the Wildcats come to the line. Coach Wyatt signaling the play. Clock is wound and moving. Wildcats down 28-24. Play clock to 16. Wyatt getting the play in slowly. Here comes the 2nd and 10 play. High snap, quick pass. It's caught up the field for close to a first down at the 38-yard line.
Really nice job there by Preston Turner, really to kind of pick that off the turf and reach really far back behind him and get a nice, I think what looks like 8 or 9 yards here on that, and put Oak Ridge in a short third down conversion as West kind of switched their coverage defensively, and I believe the officials may come out and try to measure this.
I believe they are. They did call a timeout. Officials timeout as the chains are going to be brought onto the field here. 5:08 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats down 28-24. They're officially going to bring the chains out on the field.
Yeah, David, as I was saying, West kind of switched up their coverage there. They went from having 4 people on those 3 receivers to West sideline to motioning somebody over and trying to put pressure on Mitchell from his right side as the officials stretch the chains. And, oh, man, is it close. It's really close. Maybe a chain link short.
Wildcats will have it 3rd down, less than an inch to go. Hopefully they'll get behind center there. The Wildcats will come up 3rd down, less than an inch to go.
Yeah, David, and this is honestly something that Oak Ridge reps all the time in practice and even all the time in their warm-ups is just taking a snap under center, Mitchell trying to plunge forward to get the 1st down. But it looks like West is ready for that, as it looks like they have maybe about 6 or 7 guys right there at the line of scrimmage.
Mitchell comes all the way over to get the play from Coach Wyatt. 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge down 28-24. Jalen Hayward splits to the right side. The Wildcats need an inch just to get the 1st down. Mitchell Gibbons, 4:55 to play. Now he's under center. Will he sneak it? He is going to, and he breaks a tackle, moves the ball up the field. A 10 bank of Oak Ridge, 1st down at the 43-yard line.
Really?
I think if he keeps running, he might have taken it a lot farther than he did.
Yeah, it's a really nice job there by Mitchell. Honestly, as we went 5 wide receivers to spread everybody out, as soon as Mitchell went up to the line, so did the middle linebacker. The middle linebacker came up to prevent that sneak. Mitchell very wisely, as soon as he saw that, sprinted outside, and you're absolutely right. He could have gotten a lot more if he kept going there outside.
From the 43-yard line of the Wildcats, 1st down, 10 yards to go, 4:37 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats down 28-24. The Wildcats, Kendall Jackson, Jonathan Stewart split to the right. Wildcats have 3 guys to the left. Wildcats taking a lot of time to get their plays in. Wildcats, Mitchell Gibbons, back to pass, pressured, goes deep, Jonathan Stewart,
That's interference.
incomplete,
That's interference.
pass interference, but it could go against Jonathan. We'll have to see.
Well, I think Jonathan was in much better position. He was fighting to get the ball there. I don't know about the corner. The corner didn't look like he was reacting to the ball. It looked like Jonathan was the one more reacting to the ball there and trying to go up for it.
4 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the ball game. Pass interference, West High Rebels. The Rebels are not happy at all. Going berserk on the other side. 4:16 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats are now in Rebel territory. They're stepping the penalty up, and they'll put the ball down at the West 42-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go, Oak Ridge.
Yeah, David, and I think I'm kind of okay if I'm Oak Ridge and I'm the fans of taking a little bit of time off the clock. Yeah, there's 4 minutes, 16 seconds left, but you want to leave West as little time as possible.
3 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of West. Mitchell, quick pass, wide open. Preston Turner moves the ball all the way down to the West 29-yard line. That's a 10 bank of Oak Ridge, 1st down.
Senior Preston Turner fighting for every yard that he could, never stopped his legs, and the West defender wasn't prepared for that as Preston just kept churning and churning. Had to get the 1st down. Nice little out route there by him. Nice completion by Mitchell as it looked like I'm not going to call it a pick, but the outside receiver was running a slant and Preston just ran right underneath that and picked up a 1st down.
1st down, 10, the ball at the West 30. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to play. The Wildcats down 28-24. Mitchell Gibbons from the 30-yard line officially. 3 receivers to the right. Mitchell to pass. Across the way, pass is caught. Jonathan Stewart. He moves to the 5. He's in the end, almost to the end zone. 1st down, goal to go. Oak Ridge at the 5-yard line.
Really nice job there by Jonathan Stewart as it looks like he may have a cramp as he's coming out. And what was so impressive about that was not necessarily the catch, but Jonathan made 2 or 3 moves where he was able to shift out of tackles, spun out of another, kept those feet turning, and puts the Wildcats inside almost at the 5-yard line.
3 minutes, 21 seconds to play. The ball is the nose of the ball right at the 5. 3:15 and counting. The Wildcats have it. 1st down, goal to go. The Wildcats this season have had some trouble punching it in from inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, David, and it looks like Coach Gaddis may run the clock down here, try to take a timeout to discuss exactly how they want to execute this.
1st down, goal to go, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats are still not going to have a running back, which kind of surprises me just a bit. 3:03 to play in the ball game. 1st and goal at the West 5-yard line. Mitchell Gibbons waiting for the snap. It's over his head. Has to fall on it way back here. And then they turn the ball over. West comes up with the ball. They're going to say he's down at the 25-yard line. The Wildcats are going to get it. That's not what they needed right there. And it'll be Oak Ridge ball, though.
Yeah, David, I believe what they're saying is Mitchell had possession of it and rolled over, and when he rolled over, that's when the ball came out, as it'll be on the 25-yard line. As you know, nerves in this scenario can go one of two ways. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but obviously you see the West head coach is very upset about this play right here.
You know, we never can catch a break here. I mean, you've got the ball at the 5-yard line, and the snap goes all the way back to the 24-yard line. Rebel fans are booing. You know, we've had great snaps all night, and just unfortunately, nerves, whatever. Now the Wildcats is much harder. It's second down, goal to go at the 24-yard line. Tough play. Things like that always seem to happen to us in crunch time.
Yeah, David, you know, I was actually just thinking momentarily, you mentioned semifinal, making it to the semifinal game. Very similar scenario in 2003 for the Wildcats as we got near the goal line late in the game. I believe about 24 seconds left in the game. Different thing happened, but the Wildcats still alive here, and that's the key. And in this case, you know, it may not necessarily be such a bad thing. Obviously, you don't want to be backed up, but what the Wildcats can do is they've had a lot of success on long shots and deep shots into the end zone all night long.
You know, what's the West fans continuing to boo over there? The ball's at the 24-yard line, second down, goal to go, 2:40 to play. Conversation continues to be heated over on the other sideline. The Rebel defense is out on the field here. It'll be second down, goal to go. Taylor, or actually, let's see. Wildcats have Jabryce Taylor not in the ball game. Wildcats don't have a running back. I was going to ask you, surprised they didn't have a running back in there when it was at the 5-yard line. They went with the 5 wides. Wildcats, second down, goal to go at the 24-yard line. Mitchell Gibbon has thrown 3 touchdown passes in this ball game. Down to 12 seconds. There's movement across the line. Timeout, Oak Ridge. Wildcats signal for a timeout. No, now they signal West timeout. One guy signaled Oak Ridge time, one guy signaled West time.
Yeah, David, I was a little confused as the ref that was on the West sideline was the one that called the timeout. He was the one that blew the whistle and pointed in Oak Ridge's direction. I was kind of wondering how he could hear from all the way over there what Coach Gaddison, if he wanted to call a timeout. So obviously they correct it. But back to your point, why not have a running back in there? I think that might have been a good call to run maybe even like a zone read or an RPO, a run pass option for either one of the receivers, the slot man, or hand it off to Kendall. Or, you know, Mitchell, who may be our leading rusher tonight, has done a really good job running the ball.
You know, either way, the snap just went back and just a huge loss here. You know, Mitchell's been able to overcome it to this point, but, I mean, you only got 2:40 to play, and you're backed up at the 24-yard line where it is second down, goal to go. Things like this always seem to happen to us.
Yeah, but you got to stay optimistic in this scenario. You know, you're down by 4 at this point, second down, so most likely you've got 3 downs to pick up this touchdown.
Here come the Wildcats to the line. Jalen Hayward, Brandon Hayward, Cole, Adams split to the left. 2 receivers to the right, 28-24, West in the lead. Good snap. Mitchell, end zone, passes there, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown again. The Wildcats score. Mitchell took a shot, but we have the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell took a shot. We've got a score. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to play. Mitchell Gibbons down for the count.
Yeah, as of right now, and you know, what a nice play there drawn up, and that's kind of what I was hinting at. We've been able to take long shots, especially toward the sideline there, and Mitchell Gibbons puts the ball right on them. That's what he does so well, and I can't underestimate this. As he gets up, gladly he gets up. But that's what Mitchell does so well. He either puts it in a scenario where his guy or nobody goes and gets it.
Very important extra point right here. The Wildcats take the lead 30-28, 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Efren Rodriguez to attempt. Hayden Tarwater to snap. Nick Dallas, are you nervous? 2:33 to play. Kai Hirsch to snap. 30-28 Oak Ridge. Ball is down. The kick is on its way. It's up. And it is good. Oak Ridge back on top of the West High Rebels. 31-28. 2:33 to play. Back in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again. West High, the side of this quarterfinal matchup between 2 top 10 teams. The Wildcats have the lead, 31-28, 2.5 minutes to play. Here's the kick. Tyler Dunham boots it deep over the kicker's head. It's going to be rolling to the 1 yard line. That'll be a touchback. Tyler Dunham, his grandmother, listening to us down in Clearwater, Florida, boots it. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. They've got 80 yards to drive in 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, David, you know, you and I were just having the discussion. What should you kick it deep here? And you said, I don't know, they're pretty dangerous. You know, do something that they haven't seen you do a lot and that you haven't done a lot of. As Tyler Dunham takes care of his part of the job here, Wildcat defense got to step up.
Oak Ridge on top, 31-28. 1st and 10. Dance to pass. Pass is going to be dropped. Can't catch it. Nerves. Dropped it to the turf. It's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the ball game. 31-28. Oak Ridge in the lead.
Yeah, David, and you said that West is a ball control offense. Forcing them to pass is not their forte, so this plays right into the Wildcats' hand and their game plan.
2nd and 10. Dance, rolling, trying to run, looks, fires it, pass. Oh, what a catch. Did he make that catch? He's out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 40. Right in front of the West bench. It's 3rd down. 10 yards to go, but what a rifle that time, and what a great catch. Fortunately, he was out of bounds.
Fortunately for us, he was out of bounds, but great play there by West. Nice coverage there by Preston Turners. He was underneath. Jonathan Stewart coming over top, trying to bracket that receiver, not let him catch it. Huge 3rd down for the Wildcat defense.
3rd down, 10 yards to go, 2 minutes, 23 seconds to play in somebody's season. Oak Ridge on top, 31-28. One receiver to the right. He comes in motion. 2 receivers down, 3 on the left side. One lone running back. Dance to pass. He gets his ball knocked to the turf. It's 4th and 10. The season is coming down to this play, James Branson.
Season's coming down to the play here. Nice job there by the defensive line. I think if I'm West here, and this is just me, I might punt because I'm really close into my end zone, and they've got 3. West has timeouts.
No, they called.
They called all their timeouts. Okay, I'm sorry. Then you got to go for it. I thought they had timeout.
4th down, 10 yards to go at the 20-yard line. 2:19 to play. 31-28 the score. The Wildcats showing blitz. Here they come. Dance, fires the pass. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge Wildcat football is back, ladies and gentlemen. We are 2 minutes, 14 seconds away from the state semifinals. The Wildcats can take a couple knees here. 2:14 to play. Final 4 in the state in 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Really nice job there by the defense, especially the secondary stepping up and making sure to get all their coverage and all their receivers, not giving Dance any time. The linebackers blitzing. Great job all around here, and Oak Ridge going back to the semifinals at home.
The ball is at the 20-yard line. The Wildcats, 1st down, 10 yards to go. High snap, Mitchell Gibbons to Kendall. Can't turn the ball over there. 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Guess what? The clock is ticking. West can't do much about it. The ball's at the 20-yard line. 31-28, Oak Ridge in the lead. 1:55 to play. Can't have bad snaps. I would go under center, James Branson. You can't have another bad snap like that.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like the Wildcats are making some substitutions. I believe Jalen Hayward is coming in. We're going to go 5 wide receivers again as Ethan Hewitt. I think I'm right there with you. Just drop back as far as you can. It doesn't matter how many yards you lose.
They can't stop the clock. 90 seconds to play in their season. The Wildcats, 2nd down, 13 yards to go. Kendall Jackson got to hold on to the ball. Down he goes at the 25-yard line. Precious time ticking down. 1:18 to play. No way to stop the clock. The Wildcats, it's 3rd and long. We might give them the ball back here. It'll be Oak Ridge with 1 minute to play. Headed to Blankenship Field. Next week, they'll be practicing on Thanksgiving. They'll be playing the day after.
David, they'll be snapping the ball in under 40 seconds. So in this scenario, this is the need that the Wildcats have to take to go to the semifinals.
West season will come to a close. The Wildcats are in the victory formation. 42 seconds to play. The number 1 team in the state of Tennessee is going down tonight at West High School. So long, Rebels. The Wildcats are in the Final Four in the state of Tennessee. Oak Ridge is headed 1 game away from the state championship ball game. Oak Ridge wins 31-28. It's pandemonium at West High School as the Wildcats have won. Tears are flowing on the Rebels, the players. A great season comes to a close. Oak Ridge beats the Rebels 31-28. Mike Sheehan, what a great ball game here from West.
David, it's just elation all over. The crowd's going crazy. Everybody's hugging each other, high-fiving. The team's out there just jumping up and down, screaming and hollering. It is pandemonium. I love that word. When you use the word pandemonium, something great has happened for the Wildcats, and absolutely something has happened for the Wildcats tonight to upset the number 1 team on their home field. And now we get to have home field advantage next week. David, I'm just so excited about this season. It's been unbelievable.
The Wildcats huddling with Coach Gaddis. I don't know if you heard what I said, Mike. I said Oak Ridge football is back tonight.
They certainly are, David. They come back with a vengeance. You know, I think Coach Gaddis felt like he got his pants pulled down his spank the last time we played here, but not tonight. He came back with a vengeance and pulled out a tremendous victory for the Oak Ridge Wildcats, winning this game 31-28.
What a beautiful come from behind. What a great. It's a classic, an instant classic here from West High School. 31-28. The Rebels are in shock. Their fans are in shock. They have gone down to the feet. What a good football team they have. But the Wildcat defense, once again, comes through when they needed to. That last series, the Wildcats just shut them down. They're a running team. We made them pass. The Wildcat defense, Jeff Miner and his staff, another great job. Final 4 in the state for the first time since 2010.
Just an outstanding performance by the defense, David. You can't say it enough. I mean, they shut the West High Rebels down at very needed times when they did. And then what can you say about Mitchell Gibbons and the offense, David? They executed, and that last drive they had was a thing of beauty. I'll tell you what, to get in there in the end zone with the 3 minutes and 22 seconds left, and then to go on defense, hold them, and then get the ball back and go into victory formation is just one of the most exciting games we've been part of in years, David.
James Branson down here at the West High School football field, joined right now by Jackson Adams. Jackson probably had one of the biggest plays in the game, able to recover a fumble that got a lot of momentum going in your direction. Talk a little bit about that play tonight.
So dude tried to reach me. I fought outside. I saw the running back bounce out. I just went for the tackle. I look up and the ball's on the ground, so I guess I punched it out. I tried to pick it up and take it, but the quarterback was fighting me for it, so I decided to fall on it. Decided not to try to be a hero and just get on the ball.
So you guys obviously had a different game plan coming in tonight. Oak Ridge, I don't even know the last time that we ran 5 wide receivers, maybe sometime with T. Higgins. But talk a little bit about the game plan tonight, because obviously nobody had seen Oak Ridge do that in a long time.
We're just trying to mix things up. Don't want to be too predictable. West has a great defense. Got to keep them guessing, or, they'll capitalize on it. That was pretty much just a game plan, keep them guessing the whole night.
Now, offensively, I
just want to give a shout-out to Mitchell. He had a great game today. It was tough. He took some hits, and he just kept coming. So
obviously you mentioned Mitchell. Mitchell did a great job tonight as escaping the pocket and getting out. Get Mitchell. As he was able to get some yards, some passing yards there, as well as rushing yards. Talk a little bit about how important this game was. Not just that you're going on the next round, but you guys really felt that you could play with them in the regular season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're a typical Oak Ridge team. We start out a little slow when we get momentum going. We're the hottest team out right now. I believe that with all my heart. And, in the regular season it stung. Our offense didn't perform like it should have, and we knew that. And, we just wanted to come out here and prove ourselves on both sides of the ball.
Jackson, as a senior, it's your last go-around as a Wildcat. You obviously want to play as long as possible. How special is it knowing that you're going back to Blankenship Field, going to be one of the last 4 teams in the state, playing for a chance to go to the state championship game?
It feels great, but it's 1 week at a time. I love the game. I love to play, but I want to play in 2 weeks. I'd play for the rest of the year if I could, but, this wins, just got to keep on going one week at a time.
Jackson, congratulations, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We'll keep it right down here as we got several players that are being interviewed and talking to by their coaches. So we're going to get Jonathan Stewart here in a moment. Jonathan Stewart, two-way starter for the Wildcats. Jonathan, you make a play, you get to come join me for the second game in a row. You made a big one tonight in the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. Talk a little bit about the touchdown play.
So Mitchell, we ran the play. And I ran my route good, and we worked on it all practice. And Mitchell put the ball where only I can catch it, and I caught it. So big-time players make big-time plays, and that's what I did tonight.
Talk a little bit about, now obviously the touchdown was nice and it put us in the lead, but one of the biggest plays even before that was you ran what looked like a little dig or slant route across the middle, and then you just kept fighting, which got us down to the 6-yard line.
Yes, sir. I felt confident when I caught the ball. I said, get in, make space, and get what you can get. So I caught it, I made space, and I got my team where we can score and secure the win.
Now, obviously, we came out on fire tonight, 10 points right out of the gate. Defense played a really nice game, obviously picked up a turnover there to get momentum. Talk a little bit about your defense and how that's kind of been a staple for the offense or for Wildcats.
As you know, any coach will tell you defense wins championships. I take myself out on offense just to get ready for defense, and defense win championships, and that's what we just did.
So, Jonathan, we were talking a little bit as how Oak Ridge probably fans haven't seen 5 wide receivers ever or in a long time. And so talk a little bit about the game plan and trying to throw West off this week.
Well, we all watched film. We sat there and watched film all week. Coach made a great game plan for us. Came out there Monday, started repping it, executed it, kept doing it over all week. And we just executed it. And when we execute things and listen to coaches and take coaching, we win games.
Jonathan, obviously as a senior, you got to know that getting back to Blankenship Field for a semifinal game, a chance to play for a state championship, keeping that dream alive, how special is that for you?
It's special, but we take one game at a time. Next week, we focus on South Doyle. We're going to get in film. We're going to do the same thing we did with West, and we're just going to execute and be a team and come out with the victory and go to state.
You talked about next week, South Doyle. I know you're probably already looking ahead. You're going to obviously enjoy the win because it's a big win. But what's it going to take next week in preparation-wise to get ready for South Doyle?
Same thing that took this week. Focus, execution, reps. It's basically just being focused. That's it. If everybody focused and we all doing our part, as Coach Minor say, do your job and we win games, and that's what we're going to do.
Jonathan, congratulations on the win. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
James Branson back down here at Bill Wilson Stadium at West High School, joined now by quarterback of the Wildcats, Mitchell Gibbons. Mitchell, you continue to set records. You continue to have amazing performances. I know that's all good and well, but I think for you just want to keep winning and keep playing.
Yeah, records are kind of like a personal goal, but I just want to win. Winning is fun.
Now, Mitchell, obviously a little bit different game plan tonight. We talked to Jackson, talked to Jonathan Stewart. I'm not sure the last time that we saw 5 wide receivers for the Wildcats. So talk a little bit about your game plan this week and what you saw with West to kind of get you to that point.
Well, I think it all starts with when Powell played him here, and I think they went a lot of empty stuff and actually had like a bunch of passing yardage in the second half. So we knew we had to take advantage of that.
And Mitchell, obviously, passing was the key, a lot of short routes, and obviously you took some deep shots, one to Jonathan Stewart. We'll get to that one here. But you used your feet a lot more and your legs and running a lot more. Were some of those design draws, and were some of them more of you just seeing everybody flow upfield and the field open up?
Some of them were designed, and some of them were just like a read if the linebacker goes out or something. But we watched I watched film like every day of the week, and we just saw like Catholic doing it to them like on the first drive, just like punching them in the mouth, so we knew we had to run it.
Now, Mitchell, the word I would use for you all tonight was poise. It didn't seem like you guys were ever shaken or rattled, and you guys were always locked into the game. Was that the case?
Yes, we all believed in each other. I'm just proud of our team.
Now, Mitchell, you had a lot of nice touchdown passes. Obviously, the one that we're going to focus on here probably is to Jonathan Stewart, but you had a wheel route to Preston Turner. You just kind of threw it up and let your guy run under it. Talk about the play to Jonathan Stewart, though, there with about 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, it was funny because we were about to run another play, and then they called a timeout or something, and we had to change the play because they gave us a different look. And so on the short side of the field, we noticed that they were playing man. And so we called smash, where the outside guy runs a hitch, and we knew the corner was going to sit on it. So I knew I had a one-on-one shot, and I trust Jonathan any day of the week with that.
Mitchell, talk a little bit as a senior. Obviously, like we said, you want to keep playing. You're in the semifinals. You're still in the running for a state championship. How special is that, getting to go back to Blankenship to play that game?
It's crazy. I don't think we've been past the third round in a long time, so it's amazing.
Mitchell, congratulations on the win, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
All right, David, we will now have Coach Gaddis down here. Coach Gaddis joining us for our last interview. Coach, you went from complete elation and a great start to whatever happened with the helmet flying up into outer space, and then the crazy finish at the end. What a game.
A great game, back and forth. It wasn't an overtime game, but it was so exciting and so loud and so back and forth that it reminds me somewhat of the Central Oak Ridge game in '91. I mean, it was that great of a game, minus the overtime. It was one round earlier, but still a great game. One of the best games I've ever witnessed as a coach. And a game that, and I love this, no one expected us to win. Everybody picked us to lose this game. Nobody outside of Oak Ridge expected us to win, and more importantly to me, nobody outside of Oak Ridge wanted us to win. And I love that even better.
Coach, obviously, I think the word that I would use, and I talked to Mitchell about this, poise. It didn't seem at any point in the game you guys never got down on yourself. You never gave up. You guys were locked in and committed to the game plan all night long.
Yeah, right, and the game plan was different for us. I mean, nobody expected us to be in an empty set from the beginning throughout most of the game. They've faced an empty set before. Powell ran it and other teams have, but I promise you they probably didn't spend 1 second this week working against Oak Ridge's empty set. And I thought Mitchell Gibbons executed it as if we've run it all year. Our receivers did a great job. Our offensive line protected well. We got the ball to Kendall a few times in the air and on the ground. Mitchell ran the ball well. But you're right. We didn't quit. We got up 10-0. The game turned on the punt that hit us in the back that I thought should have been a penalty of some sort on an interference, but we didn't get it. But we overcame it. We're down 14-10 at the half, and they score quick. It's 21-10, and you could have quit then against arguably the best team in Tennessee for the first 12 weeks of the season. We won tonight, but for 12 weeks they're the best. And for us to come back down 21-10 to this team, we got a lot of fight.
Got a lot of fight, and one of the key plays in that, obviously Mitchell had great touchdown passes, but Jackson Adams, a senior, a guy that you've coached his two uncles and his dad, and how cool was that kind of for you that he made that play and swung the momentum back for us?
Oh, great play. Great leader for us. Great family. You're right. I coached his dad, coached his uncle, coached his uncles. I've coached everybody in the guy's family almost. But I love Jackson. Loved that he made the big play you're talking about. And he played like a warrior, like so many of our guys did all night long.
Coach, and this is, like you said, a lot of seniors on this team. Mitchell, Jonathan, Preston, Jackson, all making plays. The offensive line had a great night tonight because of I think it, like you said, it threw him west for a wrench and opened up a lot of running lanes for us.
It did. Mitchell hit a lot of those running lanes and ran the ball more tonight than he probably has in 12 previous games. And did a great job with it. Offensive line did wonderful. Really proud of the offense because they've been much maligned all year long with justification. We haven't played well on offense consistently. This is our best offensive game tonight against the best defense we played against. And for us to score 31 on them, I'm going to say nobody but Catholic scored that much on them, and Catholic played against a team that was COVID-ridden. They had a lot of starters out. So this is a great achievement for our offense. I thought our defense was going to play well all night. They actually scored more than I thought they'd ever score on our defense. But our offense, for a change, deserves a pretty big pat on the back.
And honestly, you had another sophomore coming in, Efren Rodriguez. How huge was that 40-yard field goal? And then your kickoffs all night long, great coverage.
Difference in the game. Was it 31-28? Won by the field goal that we had in the first quarter, I believe, 40-yarder. And then, Tyler Dunham, good kickoffs, coverage pretty good. Just really an all-around good performance from our football team.
Coach, obviously we talked about the seniors. How cool is it to go to Blankenship Field and be in a semifinal and have the opportunity, you're still alive playing for a state championship.
Oh, great. I mean, Thanksgiving practice, haven't done that in a while. That's my favorite practice of the year. Well, second favorite practice of the year. My favorite practice of the year is the Thursday of the next week. But, this is just a great thing. Love it for the community, the city of Oak Ridge, because we finally get to host another semifinal game. It's been since 2005 when that happened. And we got to take it 1 week at a time and have another good week of practice and play ball.
Coach, thank you for joining us and looking forward to speaking to you next week.
Thank you.
David, we'll send it back up to you as the Wildcats are victorious 31 to 28 over West Rebels.